All right. I think we're good to go. It is Friday, January 17th, 2014, and you're listening to the Irrational Passions podcast. I am Alex O'Neill, and I am the host of this shindig. With me,
Are you the host, Alex?
I am the host. I'm one of your hosts.
Are
one of
you?
your many hosts. With me, Evan the Walrus Wall is here.
Oh, hey, that's me.
Scott the Enigma Guthier has joined us.
Yeah, that beginning confused me.
Yeah. Why? How did it
You fucking
confuse
hosting a highly contagious parasite or something?
you? Yeah, that's the
Oh,
goal.
fuck that.
That's the.
No wonder you use parties for you.
Brian Nabishin Jackson is here as well.
This podcast is unacceptable!
So you finally got back into watching.
I knew it would be something Adventure Time, and I knew I'd be disappointed. Was that what the sorry was for, Nabishin?
Yes.
That's one the sorries is for. Yes.
Okay, one of them. One of the many.
I saw it coming because of the lemons.
Yeah.
Ah, you bet lemon drop.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They
Evan,
get so
Scott,
much worse.
you two.
Yeah.
I think we need new intros for you for 2014.
No, dude, fuck it. I'm not doing no special intro.
The Walrus and the Enigma. I'm not talking about what you
your
say.
introduction of me.
I don't give a shit what you say, Scott.
Yeah, you do, bitch.
You're right. You're right. I do.
I care a little bit about what you say.
The Walrus and the Enigma. They're so 2013. We gotta.
Are they 2013 though?
I mean, like, Evan, you will always be the Walrus in my heart. Let's be real. It's a name that even you have adopted. You like it.
Or.
And that's. Please stop. That's just embarrassing. Just don't do that in public.
No.
Oh no. Well, I'll get thinking. I'll run it by you guys if I think of something good. How's that sound?
Okay.
Okay, Scott.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, here we are. This is episode 162 of the Irrational Passions podcast. If you're just listening for the first time, I'm so sorry, just in advance. If you're not, I'm going to go through some updates, some announcements, some website posts. I'll think of a name for this someday. I got a few things planned for this podcast. A couple questions I'm going to send out to you listeners, and I would like you guys to participate, but you'll learn about more of that toward the end of the show. So until
Why not a
then,
weekly wrap-up or something?
yeah, our weekly wrap-up, something like that. I'll talk about it at the end of the show, though. A couple things went up on the site. We have the latest episode of Malicious Pod X, which is available to your anime listening ears. We actually recorded that like a week and a half ago, and Greg got it out. I don't know how he did it. But yeah, we talked about Outlaw Star. If you've ever watched Outlaw Star, give it a listen. We discuss our favorite points in that show. And for our official January episode, because that was like our December makeup episode, we'll be discussing Sword Art Online Season 1. With
Do they have
possibly
guitars on there?
I don't know. we had Guitar
Not that I know so far.
on the other episode, but I don't know if they're in Sword Art Online. We'll find out. I'll find out. But yeah, we'll possibly have the Irrational Passions only Tony Horvath on that show. We'll see. So that's going to be recording sometime this month. And what's your Telltale piece organized by our very own Zach Rupp? With Telltale branching out to Game of Thrones and even Borderlands, a few of us got together and thought about if we could pick a franchise for Telltale to turn into an adventure game, what would it be? And a couple of good choices in there. Some ones that I didn't think of. I got some tweets back saying, "Oh, you guys should have done a Persona Telltale game." I'm like, "Oh, that would be so awesome." And like a Doctor Who one.
Oh, that would be cool.
Mark Griffiths. Telltale has already done a Doctor Who game, though. I'm pretty sure.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm not positive. I know there
I
was
mean,
there
never
was a
mind.
Doctor Who game, and I believe it was done by Telltale, but I'm not
There's a
positive.
Doctor Who game and it was terrible and wasn't an adventure game.
Yes. There you go. Facts brought together. There's
I'm saying
also
like I'm a
a
pro
one
on it or
with
something.
Fringe or
Never mind.
X-Files.
I'm gonna shut up now.
Good. So yeah, there you go. This is the latest website post. A quick announcement. In the coming weeks, something new is going to start up on the website. Something non-gaming related. Something I'm bringing back from the past.
Bring it back.
With my very own roommate. So, if you remember the past correctly, something I've been meaning to do, and my roommate.
No one knows who that is.
Yeah, exactly. No one knows who that is. Soon you will, though. Something me and my roommate have been meaning to do for a long time, and we decided 2014 is the year. We've cleared our schedules. So
2014 is the year of roommates. I thought 2014 is the year of your husband passion. You can have both, Alex.
2014 is the year of returning of roommates. So there you go. So that'll be coming back. If you listen to the few test episodes of roommates we did in the past, you'll get an idea of what that's all about. It's going to be a fun time. But we're still in the planning phases right now. We're going to hopefully record the first episode before the end of the month. And we're going to decide what kind of schedule we're going to do for that. So stay tuned.
You do once a month.
We were thinking about doing once a month, but we might do bi-weekly instead.
So what about period?
But what about what?
Nothing. Keep going. Don't even think about it. Think about it. Don't go down that hole.
It's too late. I already thought about it. No.
God damn it, Alex.
You incepted it into my head. I couldn't not think about it. You bastard.
No, that's not how it works. Still his idea.
Yeah, we'll more details on that will be coming soon. It's gonna be put on the website because that's gonna be easier to do. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be non-gaming and talking about really inappropriate things type podcast. So look out for that soon. Other than that, that's all the announcements I got for now. I'll talk about some stuff at the end of the show, like I mentioned. But let's get what's up. What's up, guys? How you guys doing? How's everybody? What's the general feel of this podcast? I'm feeling pretty good.
I'm
how about
cool.
you guys?
Yeah.
Evan, you said I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just
No, I said yeah.
Oh, you're in a kind of mood.
Yeah.
I'll tell you guys one thing. If you're watching the video, I'm gonna pop on this branded hat. Evan got me this awesome hat with our logo on it. And when Ethan saw it, he agreed with me that he said it seemed like Evan had a good idea that no one else wanted to appreciate. And I'm like, that's exactly what happened. And I said, yep, you are 100% correct. But yeah, when Evan asked us like 3 months ago, like, hey, I want to get IP hats printed, because why not? And I was like, yeah, sure, I want one. And everyone else was like, I don't really wear hats. I think that was exactly what Scott said.
No, that's what
don't do it.
I think
I
that's
really
what Greg
don't.
said.
Greg wears fedoras, so like beanie hats aren't good enough for him. But
Scott
yeah,
had too many beanie hats.
You're fucking way too
Fedoras
many
are-
beanie hats.
The beanie hat are not the right levels of douche as fedora hats are.
fedora is like a whole new tier of douchebag. Like a beanie can just be someone who's probably living in a city or just cold. But if you're wearing a fedora, you have set out to be a dick. Yeah, I really love it. The printing and logo came out. It's a little condensed downward, but it looks great.
A little condensed downward.
Yeah. And I got a couple. I took a picture and put it up on Twitter, and I got a couple of people saying,
We should sell them.
if you sold that, I would buy it. And I was like, money.
If you sell them, they will come.
Exactly. That's what I learned. So we might start selling them. I think what we should do, Evan, to put ideas out there on the podcast, we should get a couple of things printed and then wear them to PAX and see if people like them.
Yeah, that'll work.
and then if there's interest, then we'll consider making a merch store. So you can set one up apparently for not much money. But the problem is,
and then people will walk up to us and be like, "What's that mean? Like you piss on controllers or something? Like I don't understand."
Yeah, exactly. we IP on controllers. There'll be like a really awkward demonstration, and yeah, it'll get a little weird. Someone will be in the background screaming, "Let's get weird!" And yeah, but I don't know. That's basically PAX just already. But yeah, if you're watching the video version, you can see what it looks like. I think it's pretty hot. Check my Twitter if you are not watching the video version and you hate us, and then you can see a picture of it. But yeah, thank you, Evan. That was a great Christmas present.
Yeah,
I very much
no problem.
appreciate it. Scott, how's life treating you?
Pretty good. It's pretty weird right now. I've been.
Let's get weird.
I don't want to get weird.
I'm sorry, Scott. You don't have to get weird.
Basically, you've done the whole sell your house thing. People call, you have to leave.
Yeah, that is weird. I
had to leave 3 times today. Today.
You're not gonna have to leave again, right? Like in the middle of the podcast, like, oh, someone's coming by.
We're safe.
Okay.
We're safe now. But yeah, for future reference, we might have to push all our casts to 9 until this is over.
Yeah, that's not the end of the world. It's only an hour later.
Right.
It is for Greg.
Yeah, Greg has to get up in the morning, but it's not like he's ever on the fucking podcast anyway.
So
God, you're putting him on Tony status now.
No, he's not that bad. Go ahead, Evan. What were you
So talking about moving, I moved when I was younger. I was in the middle of 6th grade,
Okay.
and one night, same thing as Scott. If they call, you have to leave. So we're cooking a pasta dinner,
Oh man.
and somebody, our realtor calls and says, "Hey, we're gonna have somebody come over." We're like, "Well, then, time to go out for dinner."
Wow.
So we
What
had to
happened
drop
to
the
the pasta?
pasta. Huh?
What happened to the pasta? You just garbage?
We had to turn it off, and I don't know what happened after that, but they turned it off.
Goldilocks came in and said, "This pasta is too hot. This pasta is too cold. And this pasta is just right."
Pretty much.
Exactly. That's exactly what happened.
And
Wait,
then
who's the little
Goldilocks
bear?
reward.
and then towards the end of the move, we didn't have our beds set up, but we had our mattresses set up on the floors of our room, which is really fun.
Bunk beds are fun. No framing, I don't think is fun.
I don't know. I think no frame is kind of fun.
It is kind of fun.
Not
For
like
a little bit.
a lot of fun. It's like fun for one night, and then the next night you wake up and your back hurts, and you're like, "This is the worst."
But you had the mattress.
Yeah, you do have the mattress. If you have a good enough mattress, it won't make too much of a difference.
So I thought that was fun.
Okay. Thank
I
you
didn't
for
like
sharing,
moving.
Evan. I appreciate any opportunity you take to talk. Is that where you're at, Scott? Are you sleeping on a mattress on the floor?
No.
Okay. Selling a house
most
during
of
the
my
winter-
closet is a mess. Like it
Gross.
always is.
Yeah, true. Selling a house during the winter sounds awful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any hopeful buyers?
Like, we haven't even done the open house yet.
Okay. Well then, never mind.
Yeah, we've had people just come in, take a look, and then leave. That's what it's been. And it's been on the market for 2-3 days.
All right.
Not bad.
That's not long at all. So yeah. Excuse me for overestimating. Yeah. Have you guys been looking at any specific houses to move into?
Right now, we're just happy to get out of the sewer system.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically, the sewer system is $500 a month.
Whew.
Yeah, like, and it's just
Not worth it.
not. If you can afford it, it's worth it.
But for most normal people, not worth it.
Yeah, the thing is we can't afford that.
Yeah. I gotcha. I hear that.
It went from 200 to 500,
Okay.
and I was just like, no.
That's a big jump. Yeah. Fuck that.
Mhm.
Fuck you, Clarksville. Suck a dick. I don't know.
Our option now is like we're trying to go into the River Hill Village is one of those neighborhoods.
So someone in the general area.
Yeah.
Okay. I got you. You don't want to mess up schools and shit for those of your brothers that are still there.
Yeah, because if we move out of the district, then he's got to swap schools.
Hey, I had to swap schools.
What the fuck? When?
Everything's all about you. Evan.
Middle school.
Jesus.
I
Joking.
switched halfway through middle school.
Yeah,
I
but then
didn't know that.
You were in my class then.
Yeah.
And we got to hang out.
And I hated it.
And I hated you. And your little walrus face. Your tusks.
Scott, what? You didn't go to.
He went to our middle school. He went to my
Yeah.
elementary school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then yeah.
Then you wouldn't have met Evan. So what are you complaining about, Evan?
I'm not.
Five.
I'm just confused why he didn't believe me.
I thought you were just always there.
No.
That's an easy
What?
mistake to make.
When?
Halfway through 6th grade.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah, it was so early. Like, who's gonna remember that except for me?
It was
I always
basically
hated you.
it was. We didn't start hanging out until what? The latter half of the 6th grade year.
I have no idea.
I think it was later, middle school, just in general, at the lunch table. The
And then Alex
unforgettable lunch
moved.
Yeah.
table.
We didn't go to the same high school.
Yeah, but I went to the same high school as Scott. Finally
Yeah.
got away
You
from
didn't go to the same high school as me.
I was going to go, and then I
Yeah.
moved. Yeah,
Then you moved.
that's what happens. I left you, Evan. I
Yeah.
abandoned you.
And you're
That's the
not
only-
entirely sure if you regret it yet.
I don't. No regrets. That's why Evan's on this podcast, because he's still dealing with abandonment issues from me. What were we talking about, Scott?
I don't
anything
remember.
else?
Why are we talking about me again?
You were moving.
Let's stop it.
All right, Evan. What about you?
I started watching the classic Who episodes on Netflix,
Yeah.
and I'm on season 5.
You know that's not all of it, right?
I know.
Yeah, that's such a clusterfuck. I'm
They
never
messed
gonna
up.
touch classic Who ever. I have zero interest.
And it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's like the style is not what I'm used to.
No, that's I had to get over that.
Yeah. I like, you are definitely a very committed Doctor Who fan. I'm just kind of a casual fan that enjoys it when he sees it. But I'll watch it with Ethan because he loves it.
Oh, I just can't wait
I
for
know.
August.
August for Series 9.
Yep.
Give me that sweet, sweet Peter Capaldi.
Yeah.
He's the new Doctor, for those people who don't care.
Ooh, me.
Anything
He was
else?
also in one of the episodes before he became the Doctor, which was pretty funny.
He was also a World Health Organization doctor in World War Z, so he had already been a Who doctor.
Who gives a who?
There you go. I give a Who.
And so, other than that, I go back to school I start school the 27th. I go back that Saturday before.
So my classes start technically on the 25th, which is a Saturday, and I don't have any classes until Monday. I don't know why they set it up.
Because of the weekend and people want to go and get books or something. Saturday,
I guess like I don't know. Maybe that's
it's so they're trying to open the school. That's all.
yeah, but the school's still open. I think it's
But not all
only-
the stuff is.
That's true. Not all the buildings and whatnot are. Huh. I don't know. It's weird. I guess that's just for faculty stuff.
Unless they have weekend classes.
We have like some weekend classes, but not all the buildings are open during the weekends. So, anything else, Evan? You hung out with me
Yeah, I hung out with you and played Splunky.
on Tuesday.
Something like that.
It was Tuesday or Thursday. It wasn't yesterday, so it was Tuesday. And I podcast Wednesday night, so yeah, it was Tuesday.
Yeah.
Good time.
We did.
I got you on the Spelunky train, man.
Yes, you did.
I'm excited. I'm excited to hear where you've gotten, but save it, because I want the magic to be real.
Yeah. Real.
Cool. Cool.
Have you seen the new Community episodes?
I haven't seen last night's episode.
Oh, that was hilarious.
Yeah, the fucking Donald Glover as a chair was one of the funniest things I've ever seen. And then the one single tear that came down.
Yeah.
And Ethan and I laughed for about 20 minutes after the horribly offensive him standing up from the wheelchair and then slapping the guy in the
That was great.
so fucked up. Oh, it's funny. Watch Community. Option. Life.
Nothing much. Just been working constantly. That's been going smoothly. Nothing new really to report on that. Nothing new with my love life either. Saw Frozen with Tony and Alana, so she's been over like the last few days, and we just been hanging out. That movie's real good. That movie's really, really good. I talked to a couple of like some of my best friends in Virginia, Mark and Katie. I mentioned them on the show before. No one knows who that is.
No one knows who that is.
But like, yeah, exactly. But like they're big Disney nuts like I am. Because you know we're Disney kids. We pretty much like watch Disney movies and do Disney shit together. Like me and Katie, even before we did like what was it called, a Disney-a-thon, and we watched like a whole bunch of Disney movies at once. We were going to watch them all, but then I eventually moved out, so you know that kind of sucked our plans. But we're planning to do it again next time I go visit. Anyway, though, I was just talking to them like over the internet about it, and like you know, just been great. Just talking to them again because like I don't know, I've been busy. They've been busy. They've been busy with their wedding. I've just been busy at work and Game of the Year stuff and a bunch of other stuff that I haven't got a chance to talk to them really. And yeah, and we just been talking again. And it was great. We talked about Frozen. That movie's great. Let It Go is a really, really, really great song. So yeah, people should watch that movie.
The Snowman song?
No, it's
No?
Let It Go.
No.
Did you see Frozen, Evan?
No, one of my coworkers showed me the Snowman song.
The one you talking about, like he doesn't want to get frozen. I mean, he doesn't want to like melt away or something like that.
I think so. I don't know. He
must be in
I didn't see the video.
That's
She just showed me the song.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, that movie, yeah, that song's that's okay. It's not Beauty and the Beast level like it was hyped up to be. I didn't expect that to be that anyway. I just wanted to see a really good movie, and it was a really good movie. It did bring me back some of that Disney Jones in that I haven't had in a while. Well, I had it with Wreck-It Ralph, and I had it with Tangled. But, you know, just like the whole classic stuff, that it kind of gives me like some of that feelings of that. So that's all good. I like that movie a lot.
Awesome.
Other than that, though, yeah, I've been watching like a shitload of Adventure Time. In fact, I watched like the last because I'm caught up right now, and I was like like probably a week ago. I was at the end of season 2, and I just like binged like this whole week, and I'm caught to like near the end of season 5, where it's at like right now. So I'm like completely up to date, which is fucking insane. I haven't done that in a while or something. But yeah, that show's amazing. It's one of my new favorite shows now. I fucking love it. Yeah, it's really, really good. Because like the game, the show's insane, but there's a logic to the insanity, which I like, which I really, really like.
It's not just insane. There's a background to it. There's a background to all of
yeah,
it.
exactly.
It's really fucked up too.
Yeah, it is fucked up. It does show, and it shows a lot of fucked up things, like one of the episodes.
Hold on.
Oh god.
This is probably one of the best examples. Princess Bubblegum's age.
Yeah,
Do you know
that whole
yet?
shit. I've seen everything, dude. So I know about everything. Yeah.
Dude, hold on. What was the episode? The Pit?
Yeah.
At the end of that?
Mm-hmm.
Ethan showed me the.
What were you like that? What were you like when that happened?
Well, fucking, what's his name? Jake? I think his name, not Jake, James, what's his name? Oh, no, I'm thinking about something. Yeah, the pit was the one with his father. Yeah, his father's, old demon thing, yeah.
Yeah,
I thought you talked about that other guy.
At the end.
Yeah. Like, that whole show is just like, it's just great. I'm gonna cut it off right here, but yeah, it's really, really great. I really like it. Like Lin Mab is like the best worst character ever. He's completely like something like he's like the worst. He's looking at you want to strangle him, but he sounds like the best character. Kind of him and LSP. Like those are like the best worst characters because you just look at them.
Wait.
You kind of want to like.
Did you say lemon grab?
What?
Well,
you said lemon grab and LSP.
Okay. LSP.
Yeah, like whenever they're on screen, it's so funny, but it's like it's also like so annoying at the same time. But it's because how annoying they are, it's so funny at the same time too. So they're like my favorite characters on that show, other than Ben and Jake, obviously. And Blaine Princess is awesome. Ben should go back and get her. So that's all I have to say about Adventure Time.
Yeah, Ethan showed me to contribute to the conversation at least. Ethan showed me the Ice King song, I think, to his daughter. That was just really that was really depressing.
Wait, what?
Not to his quote unquote daughter.
Yeah.
Oh, you talk about Marceline?
Marceline, yeah.
Marceline, yeah.
Oh, okay.
That was just really depressing. And I was sad afterwards.
Well, you should have showed this song when you sung Marceline's song. Daddy, why did you eat my fries? I bought them, they were mine. Then I cried, but you didn't see me cry. Daddy, do you even love me? Yeah. Let's go off the topic though, because I'll just keep talking about it. So I want to spare you too.
I don't hate the show. I don't.
You act like it. You act like it.
Of course I act like it. That's how I act. I don't like the show. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like watching it, but I don't hate it. I understand why people like it because, like you said, it has this weird, twisted logic to its own craziness.
And even like the animation at first when I first saw it seemed like it looked so boring. But like the more you watch it, the more you see like how creative and how inventive and like just how really good with the animation they actually are. It's with like how simple they made it though. So yeah, that show was like great all around. BMO's also a really great character. Also, BMO.
To continue you and Ethan's romance or bromance, excuse me.
We're having romance now.
Of course, because he loves Adventure Time, and then you started watching it. And about 2 weeks ago, he started How I Met Your Mother, and he's on season 7 now.
I'm taking him from you, Alex.
I told you.
No, never mind. He'll make me watch Doctor Who. You can take him back. Never mind.
Doctor Who's amazing. Don't hate.
Appreciate. There you go. I'm with you, Evan.
I don't know. I never watched Doctor Who. Like
really
I said, it's been a long time since I've binged on something like that. So
it's nice, right?
Yeah, it's good, but it's also fucking disgusting because like I was in my room watching that for an entire day. It's gross, and like I almost kind of don't like it. And like if I get into something like Doctor Who, that's gonna be like that all over again, and it's like I'm just gonna be like in my room just under covers and just watching that for like 8 hours straight, and that's just
you don't have to. I mean,
like if you get into it and it's available to you, like. For example,
you're
on a
gonna
service
do
like
it.
Netflix.
You're gonna do
it. I don't know.
I mean, like whatever. Like with How I Met Your Mother, I was pretty much like that with my roommate, so we binged that shit too.
Yeah,
was the last other binge I did.
I like binging TV, like binge watching TV. That's why I love Netflix. I don't. At this point, like I have tons of shows that I watch on a weekly basis, but I hate it. I hate having to wait. I'd rather see it start to finish, have it be done, and then. Don't have to think about it anymore, or think about it in a "it's complete and done now" type of way. So, cool. I'm glad you had a good week. My week was interesting. My PS4 broke. I don't want to talk about it. So
Yes, you do.
I've already taken enough fucking shit from the internet. Thanks, internet.
hey Alex, how did it break?
Alex is the internet part too.
Yeah. Thanks to those people that reached out to me with some constructive recommendations. I
Like,
have.
not put it on the carpet.
Please, God, don't start.
No, no.
Um, Common mistake as far as I'm concerned. But for those curious, it's not like it had been sitting there for a long time. It's been something that I've been meaning to take care of, but I didn't think it was a priority. But my PS4 broke for some reason that's been coming on pretty much since I bought it. It's been doing the thing. I talked about it on the show, like how I couldn't get it to boot into safe mode at one point after the update, and it would just crash and turn itself off, and then it just pretty much imploded. But yeah, I just have to.
Is it an easy process to get replaced for you?
Yeah,
Or has it been?
Sony's been pretty good about it. Basically, they ship me a box to send my PS4 to them, and then as soon as they confirm like they've received it, that I've shipped it out, they will send me a new one. But the FedEx guy can't get into my apartment building, and the buzzer outside my apartment building is it's fake. It doesn't even work. Like, I don't even know what's there. So he's been buzzing and then leaving a note on the door to my building. So I don't know when he's here. I've been here all 3 times that he's tried to deliver it. But now I have to drive like 30 minutes to Linthicum to
Jesus Christ!
to
There's
get
no FedEx by you?
I don't know why it's so far away. There are FedEx things closer than that, but that's the one that I have to go to.
So
Yeah, it's about 15 miles away. To get
That's not too far.
to get the box to ship my PS4.
Just bring your PS4.
That's what I
put
was
it
going
in
to
there.
well, isn't that the
Then ship
Clarksville
it.
Center right by my house?
No.
No.
It's like way up 95.
Oh, okay.
And then you get off
I know
on
there's
695.
some kind of street up there.
Yeah, no, it's Lithicum, Maryland.
Why
Yeah,
the fuck
it's
did they do that?
I don't know. It's 30 minutes away. Like I have to go get it. They've attempted it 3 times, so I just have to go get the box.
You need to put special instructions when you ship stuff. Call me.
Yeah, like I never got the opportunity to do that. I don't know why they didn't just use UPS and they used FedEx instead, because UPS has keys to the building. FedEx doesn't. Fucking segregation, apparently. Yeah, but fuck the internet, but also thank you to the people that were nice to me. As opposed to like the 7 or so people that sent me horrible messages on Twitter. Fuck those people. They are horrible. But I also I saw Her with my roommate Ethan last night. That movie is incredible. As like a piece of art, and I don't say this often, it's probably one of the most beautiful pieces of art I have ever seen. Just as a whole product. It was like the full emotional roller coaster, and I felt like I was in a different place emotionally by the end of that movie. And where it went with some of its ideas that it was proposing to the viewer, and the way it kind of like proposed morality to the viewer, was really interesting. And yeah, it's an incredible, just emotional journey, I think. And anyone who has ever been in love or thought that they were in love should see it, because it's just really powerful.
You know what else does that? Adventure Time.
Yeah, there you go. Adventure Time. Also, beautiful piece of art. No, I'm not gonna say that.
No, it goes through the love thing. Me as a romantic, it does that very good, actually, in Adventure Time. But I digress. Continue, Alex.
Yeah. I don't doubt that. Like, what makes Her so interesting? What, like, immediately when Ethan and I saw the trailer for it, we're like, oh, we have to see this together. It's just it plays with like a type of sci-fi that I don't think gets addressed very much, and sci-fi is like an incredibly important aspect of that movie. But there's no greater science fiction agenda. It's just incorporated into the story about this character that you are with for this journey, and they don't make it some like big overarching morality. They just make it this really personal story. And I think, like, especially in video games as well, those personal stories in a situation that's much greater than the characters are way more interesting. Like The Last of Us, for example, where it's literally just about those two characters. There's no resolution to the horrible shit that's going on in the world. They're just kind of a part of it, and the world is a character as much as they are. And I really liked it for that. But yeah, it's really good. I would recommend it to pretty much everyone on this podcast, except for maybe Scott. And anyone's listening that has any interest in that kind of thing, go check it out. But I think that's it for me. I got my admissions check. I didn't fail, so I'm set for 2 years.
Good.
So that's...
So you no longer have to live in fear. You can step out in the sun now.
No, not yet. I'm almost there.
Really?
One
What
step
else
at a
left?
time. So hopefully I don't have to ask people for rides anymore soon. But yeah, that's it. That's it for my life. Let's talk about some video games, guys. Evan,
Yes.
let's talk about Spelunky.
Okay. Spelunky.
Guys, it's about to get a little sexy. Let's do this, Evan.
All right.
So you came over on Tuesday, we decided.
Yep.
We played Spelunky. We handed off the controller back and forth.
Yep.
And I was incredibly impressed with how you were picking up on the little things really quickly when you were playing it. Like, that was the first moment I ever had in my life where I was like, wow, Evan might be good at video games. But yeah, so tell me, you went home and bought it immediately, I'm guessing?
Almost immediately, yeah.
So, how far have you gotten?
1-4.
Holy shit, you made it to the temple already?
No, 1-4.
Oh,
1-4, man.
Okay,
Jesus
I thought you said
Christ.
4-1. That's why I was like, what? So you've made it as
With,
far as the end of the mines.
Almost. I haven't beaten
And even
1-4.
I've been farther than that.
I'm really bad at it.
You were pretty good. You're better than most beginners, Evan. I'll say.
I die because of stupid crap too.
That's
I'll be next to the the exit to the mine, and I'll have the oh, what are they now? The
use your words.
Climbing gloves. I don't know.
no not the people, the dog and the damsel, yeah. I'd have the damsel, I'd throw him into the exit, and then I'd go and grab the last few pieces of money I see around, and then I'd die before I get back.
Yeah, man. You gotta
So, I'm
micromanage that stuff.
So I'm like, alright, next time I'm not doing that. Next time I'm going straight for it. Then I die again.
What I do is I pick up the damsel and then I like whip it over the entrance and I go through. I'm like, fuck.
Yeah, that happens to the best of us.
And then every time I get a snake pit, I die. On the snake pit.
Snake pit's tricky. I mean, it's always more worth it to go in the snake pit than not. Because
But I've gotten it sometimes, and then I've died, and then I'd have to do it again.
yeah, like with snake pits, I would recommend just like really take it slow, drop ropes, always rope down if you can afford to use them, and
Don't forget the rope-a-dope.
don't forget the rope-a-dope. And there's always a manic at the bottom.
Yeah, I know. I know that.
What is a manic?
Matic.
Manic.
It's a
Whatever.
pickaxe.
It's a pickaxe.
Ah. I bet that's useful.
Super useful. It breaks after a little bit, but it lasts an exceptionally long time, especially in the jungle. If you're trying to save bombs to get to the black market, a matic can be absolutely essential. Yeah, I mean, like, just take it slow. Like, learn the mines. Like, that's the whole thing. Because if you learn the mines and you take your time learning the mines and you learn all the little tricks, like the my skin is crawling, giant spider levels.
Yeah, I hate those.
Yeah, those I still hate those. Those are the worst. If you learn to maneuver your way through them cleverly and something that you can do effectively multiple times, then you'll be able to get through the mines no problem. And then you have to learn the jungle. And if you spent time learning the mines, then the mines are no problem. You get through the mines no problem, and then you're in the jungle, and then you can spend time learning that. So
that's pretty much where I'm at right now.
yeah, it's
Too much learning.
it's I mean it's a roguelike. It's all about learning.
Yeah.
And like for better for worse, like I understand why a lot of people don't like that. I think like I've said on multiple occasions, like the adventure and the learning of each of like the little nuances of each type of level. That's my favorite part about that game. Like Tony's always like telling me, "Oh man, you gotta go for the speed run, or you gotta go for the kill the shopkeepers." I'm like, that game has never been about a score chase for me. It's never been about speed runs for me. It's always just been about adventuring, collecting items, seeing how well I can get through certain challenges.
Yeah.
You make Scott Sour sad.
I know I make Scott Sour sad because I don't kill this shopkeeper.
I killed the shopkeeper once by accident. I
How do
grabbed
you
the
kill?
idol. I grabbed the idol and it ran into him.
Oh yeah, how'd that work out for you? Did he murder you instantly?
Then I died right away.
No. That means you attacked and then got murdered by a shopkeeper. Big difference.
It was an accident, I swear.
I went to buy an item and then I picked it up by accident.
Mm-hmm.
And then he killed me with his shotgun.
Too bad he can't buy Absolution.
Wow, Scott, that was dark.
Well, no. Sorry, it's a Dark Souls reference.
I know, I got it, but like taken outside of the Dark Souls reference, that's fucking dark.
Well, so still a game reference.
It still works. It'd be funny if there was like a place where you can meet a special shopkeeper and buy absolution from him, buy forgiveness from the shopkeepers.
The dark shopkeeper.
The dark shopkeeper. So what do you think of it, Evan?
It's fun. I like it. I can't play it for too long or I get too frustrated.
Yeah, I would recommend that to pretty much anyone that plays it. Don't play it for too long. Take it in short bursts. That's why everyone that's been asking me about Splunky recently, because apparently it's blown up everywhere. They're like, I kind of want to get into Splunky, but I'm really scared to. And I'm like, well, just get it on Vita, play it in short bursts on the go. That's the best way to kind of introduce yourself to it. If you really like it from that, feel free to like play it on PS3, for example, and then on the console, I think it's more oriented for longer sessions.
So this is what you did. You brought him over just so you can put Spelunky on the top.
No, I came over because I wanted to give him the hat.
Yeah, Evan wanted to hang out. He was like, I need to get you this hat, but I'm free tonight, so let's hang out. I'm like,
And I
all
also
right.
want to get off work overnight.
Yeah, there you go. Well, Evan said to me, you want to hang out, we can stream something. And I'm like, sure. And then he got over. I'm like, what do you want to stream? He's like, I don't know. What do you feeling? I'm like, you want to play Spelunky? And he said, yeah. In that excited tone. All right. I didn't lure him.
Can I get
Like a child
biggest
molester.
game of 2014? I see that plan, Alex. He's got to win something. I don't care how long it takes.
It needs to be victorious. Well, it didn't win the best Vita port for legitimate reasons, so I gotta bring it back up somehow. I don't know. Tony's just hopping on my hype train. That's all it is. I was a Spelunky man first.
So some stats.
I was there before Scott Sauer. Okay,
This is
Evan,
true.
go ahead.
So I have some stats I want to give you. All
Okay,
right.
lay it on me.
So the farthest I've gotten was 1-4.
Okay.
Most I have 150 something deaths.
Okay.
I've played for about 8 hours.
Wow. You put some serious time in there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, since we're on the topic of Spelunky, I played some Spelunky.
Yeah, you streamed some Spelunky.
I streamed some Spelunky, but XSplit was acting like a fucking nut.
Spamming me while at
Yeah.
work.
It was like going offline, online, offline, online. I didn't know what was happening, but I got to work afterwards. I just didn't have time. I beat Spelunky on the Vita, which was super awesome. So I have now beaten it on two of the major platforms. Two of the technically three major platforms since it's cross-buy on Vita. So I think my total deaths on Vita is like 1,031 or something.
Dang.
And like I don't know my time played on it. It's got to be around like 370 hours on Vita.
Okay, that's crazy.
Yeah. I think it's around there. I know on PC I'm like up to 15 because I've only been doing that on stream, and PS3 I've put probably about 10 hours into, and 360 I've put about 70 into.
You're crazy.
So about 500 hours, approaching 500 hours total.
That's like Robbie and
Civ 5.
Yeah, Civ.
Well, like that's the
That
thing.
sounds like
Like,
Nabashin in Mass Effect.
there you go. Like that's my pick up and play game. Like I can just play it on Vita while I'm watching TV or something, while I'm hanging out with Ethan and we're catching up on our shows. He's on his phone. I'm on my Vita playing Spelunky. So
What?
Yeah, I beat
Doctor
it on-
Who? I'm trying to get Spelunky.
I try not to play Spelunky during Doctor Who because he wants me to pay attention. I try.
I know. It's important to know. I get you, bro. I get you.
But I do sometimes. Yeah, the run I won on, a lot of things worked out really well. Like I managed to get a Matic to open the black market level, and I got a dark level on the mines that had tons of the golden bugs that are worth tons of money.
Nice.
But there was also a jetpack on a shop in that level. So I bought the jetpack and then instantly made up all my money on those gold bugs. So I got really lucky with that. But yeah, like that's kind of like the whole point of roguelikes and Spelunky specifically, at least. You just gotta wait for all of everything to fall in the right order and work out for you, and then it'll work out.
So far, it hasn't worked out for me.
Legacy.
Yeah, Rogue Legacy is not a roguelike.
It's a roguelike.
It's a roguelite, I believe. Is the term Jeff Kanata gave it. I like roguelite. It's yeah, there's too much persistence in that game for it to be a real roguelike. Anything else, Evan?
No.
No Battlefield, no anything?
Not recently.
Okay.
It's been mostly work in Spelunky.
Cool. I approve.
And also, I just get really tired. And, like, I really don't want to boot up my PlayStation.
Oh, did you get Spelunky on your PS3?
No,
You
on
got it on
PC.
Harold just tweeted me saying, "So Spelunky is my Rock Band Blitz." Yes, Harold. Spelunky is my Rock Band Blitz. Speaking of which, I do have the YouTube comments open. If people are watching, would like to post comments. Cool. Scott. No. Nabashin.
No, Scott.
Okay, Scott.
All right, so I basically played 2 games this week: Killer Instinct and Metro Last Light.
I think we've talked about Killer Instinct enough. I
Not
know you
quite.
like it.
I'm the same. Like because like when we did the Game of the Year show, you said you played it for like about 5 days or like pretty much like a week or so.
Mm-hmm.
And it's nice to see that you're still keeping up with it though. Like it's still like keep catching your interest and you're still really into it.
Yeah, the thing about his is, in the tutorial they tell you all about one character, and that's Jago, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they give as much information as they give you on other characters. They don't tell you enough to make learning other characters just as interesting as going through the tutorial.
Okay.
Like, for instance, I'm copying my brother's words, but when we played Injustice, we had fun for about the first day, and then we went through the story mode. Then we dropped it. And that's because it was, okay, now I have to learn these juggle combos and all this other stuff. It's not new, it's something that I just have to start to practice. With this, we're still figuring out shit.
Right.
Like, I still don't know what Saberwolf's Killer Instinct thing does. Fucking no idea. Still trying to figure it out.
Yeah, that sounds cool. How many characters are there? 8?
You have Glacius, Jago, Orchid,
Saberwolf.
Well,
Saberwolf,
Sidara.
Sadara, Thunder. That's 6.
Cool.
6.
Does it feel like enough?
Yes.
It's a lot of
It's-
Jagos online because he's the free one.
Saberwolf now.
Saberwolf. No. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, Saberwolf's my favorite.
Saberwolf. So, he's a wolf. He stands up on his legs. Heals some shit.
Only uses his head in his hands.
No legs. No,
No,
kicks for Saberwolf.
no real kicks. Actually, he does have an aerial kick. That's his only one.
Yeah. Is it a 6
That
button
or it
fighter?
might be like a inverted Dudley punch. I don't remember.
Is it a 6 button fighter?
Yeah, the controls are very, very similar to Street Fighter, actually.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm asking that. I honestly don't know. Cool. Anything else?
Cool,
of
cool,
note?
Will's getting there.
He's gonna be MLG Pro soon.
No. But it's
All right.
it's gonna get to the point where you don't want to play him anymore.
Yeah, it's always to that point. To be fair, except for an Injustice. Injustice was the only one I could go toe to toe with Will, but barely, just barely. Tell me about Metro, Scott.
Well, I'm gonna start with this. It is one of the few games that I played for. It's one of the few games that I play for its gaming mechanics instead of its story.
Really? I always thought you were more of a mechanics guy than a story.
No, it's one of the games where like the focus is the story, but I'm paying attention. I'm not there for it. Rather, I'm there for the mechanics.
Okay, there you go.
So, and it's a shooter.
Is
So
it
they were able. It's more like a Resident Evil hold your bullets kind of shooter.
Yeah, survival horror.
There's some sneaking. You don't have to. You do mess with the lights so you can stay hidden.
You always mess with the lights, man.
The AI is the least broke it can be.
That's
meaning,
good.
if it doesn't see you, it really doesn't know where you are.
Good.
Your gunshots and all the light that you create and some of the noise that you make will tip them off. Not so much the noise. The only thing you can't really do is run.
Huh.
The story is interesting.
What is it
Greg's
about?
style of interesting, but it's not like it's a good story. I don't know enough about it to like say, oh yeah, this is a good story.
Okay.
Didn't you beat it?
I did.
Okay.
So-
It feels like it's a small chapter in a very big book because it is taken from a book.
Right.
Yeah.
What made you even get the game?
Family sharing, Steam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Devil May Cry as well.
I tell Will that he should Steam Family Share with me.
Yeah, I went ahead and I tried to count them, and over 210 games.
Mm.
That's sweet.
A lot of Humble Bundle.
A lot of Humble Bundle X. It's out there. It had speaking of Humble Bundle X, because that came out a couple weeks ago. We just didn't mention it here. Had one of Niall's favorite games of all time, To the Moon, in it. So I'm gonna play that soon. Anyway, back to Metro. Do you think this was a worthy winner of our probably okay game that we just didn't bother with?
Mm-hmm. And it would have won graphics if I had played it.
Better than Battlefield?
Way better.
Really?
I had it on low, and I was like, whoa, this looks good as the other thing. And then Will's like, oh, yeah, hey, come over here. And I'm like, damn. I didn't notice it at first because I was far away in the game itself. You're in the dark a lot.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that, they hide from you. When it opens up and you see some of those other parts, it's damn.
Yeah, that sounds... I'll have to look it up, look up some a hardcore, high-quality video of it. I'd like to see some of that. Cool. What's it? Is it other than plain old Resident Evil-esque? Anything else it's comparable to? I guess.
The shooting. The shooting, I want to say, feels a lot like a Call of Duty game. I haven't played it. I played it purely keyboard controls. Didn't feel like getting a controller.
Gotcha.
And you do a lot of sight down aiming. Mm-hmm. You only really, or I only really shot without the aimer with a shotgun, because some shotguns have an aimer. Some shotguns allow you to double shot, blow two bullets at once.
Yeah, like a double barrel.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
And those didn't have an aimer, so I just resigned to not aiming with a shotgun.
Yeah.
Other than that, the weapon types are pretty cool. You have different bullets for different weapon types.
Cool.
It's not just a bullet per gun per se. You have a assault rifle. You have assault rifle bullets. You have a pistol. You get pistol bullets.
Yeah.
And then there's like a bolt gun. I think that's terrible, but I don't know why people like it. I don't know if people like it either. But apparently the game says this is good, and I'm like, no. I picked it up and I immediately regretted it because I couldn't get back to where the other gun was.
Yeah, it seems like a game I would probably enjoy.
Mm-hmm.
Did it like relate back to Metro 2033 at all?
Yes.
Okay.
Like at the end of Metro 2033, I believe you played that?
I didn't.
Do you know anything that happens in it?
No, but if you were going to spoil it for me, I wouldn't be upset. Some listeners might be upset.
I'm not sure if this happened in Metro 2033, but you go ahead and you blow up the camp of the Dark Ones.
The Dark Ones?
Yes,
the bad dudes?
Mutated human. They're not bad. They're just mutated humans. And
Subhumans.
No, not Hellgas, not subhumans.
That was just
they are
kind of racist.
Completely black skin, and you know the gas mask that you have?
Yeah.
That's how their mouth comes out, and then it's a leech-like.
I believe they're called Negroes.
No, they're called the Dark Ones.
Well played, Scott.
I don't know. It's really weird. Their form of communication is non-existent to most people. I'm still trying to figure out the whole blackout thing that they do to you.
Yeah.
And then apparently, like, your character's the only one that can communicate with them. You figure out why in this game.
Okay. Cool. I like the sounds of Metro. That's something I gotta dig into.
Yes, Alex, go.
I want to say the story would be much better if I had played the other one, because everything would make more sense. But some things are just like, what? Like, for an example, you have this character named Anna. That is your love interest, but it happens in an instant. There's no build. It happens then and there. Like, when did it come to this? What?
So you feel like that might have been something carried over from past Metro?
It might have been, but like she started the game hating you.
Okay, weird. Yeah, I got
and then you get cut off. She comes back later in the game, and then bam,
sweet love.
And I'm just like, what?
Yeah, that's weird. Sounds a little frisky.
I don't.
Sounds a little sexy. Sorry, Scott. Cool. Anything else other than Metro Last Light?
That Killer Instinct, then nothing worth mentioning.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Sure it's nothing?
Yeah.
Alright.
Disappointed. Alex is going to be disappointed.
Alright. Nabishin, lay it on me.
Alright. Before that, though, something I forgot to mention about what I've been doing.
Shoot.
I've been listening to our Game of the Year show.
God.
I gotta say, no, I honestly gotta say, I think it's like some of the best shit that we all put together. That was really, really good. I'm so entertained by it.
I was really happy with it.
To it. Yeah, I'm like really entertained with it. Like feelings out, emotions, and different stuff. It was just great. I thought we all had our say. We all spent what we thought was right, even though we might have been wrong. We might have been like a little bullheaded about some stuff. But other than that, like it was great. Like I thought it was super entertaining.
Yeah,
no other way to go, man.
We definitely were stern in our opinions to one another for the better rather than for the worse.
Yeah.
Because a lot of us vehemently believed certain things were better than certain things, and it was a lot of fun. Like I got to listen to all of it back, obviously, and by the time people are listening to this, they'll be able to hear Joe's top 8, which I just
8, not 10.
Just 8. I just got the audio file for that today, so
Okay.
that'll be going up soon. And there's about 15 to 20 hours of stuff, and it's all really good, like top 10s and Game of the Year show combined. And I'm really proud of it. I'm really happy with it.
Yeah, so. and one of the main reasons I went that too, because I was wondering like was that really like getting in your face about like this whole visual things of GTA and shit like that? And I think I could figure out the reason why, because like at least it seemed like to me like he laid out a blanket statement. And I was like, I shouldn't just say something so blanket like that.
Yeah,
and,
I try to avoid that stuff too.
I
did.
I know.
Well, it's not. I don't think that he's put it down. I think he just started not making sense, and he was just like, "Wait, what?"
Well, like I started voicing my opinion like it was the opinion, and I regret that.
Because in the entire time you didn't say my opinion. I was like, and I was trying to make you come around to saying that. I was saying in my opinion. I was trying to like influence you to try to say that for your opinion, but you weren't like having that like whatsoever.
Yeah,
so
I don't know.
Like,
I don't know why I was so vehement about it. That was the only thing I got adamant about, though. It was weird.
Yeah. And so much of that Pikmin 3, Jesus Christ, like God puts that like so goddamn hard.
That was so funny.
Every category. That's RPG. Pikmin 3.
Best RPG. Get out.
Shepard.
Yeah. No, it was good. It was good that we all had our games that we were like evangelizing. Yeah, I think that went a lot smoother than our last time. I think splitting up over multiple recording days went a lot better. It took longer to get done, but I think we had more energy when we did it.
I'm telling you, man, we gotta do it all in the same room one year. That'll just be like the thing.
That's the goal. That's the 2014 goal. Hopefully we'll ride that dream through. Maybe we'll sit down for like one full day, dusk till dawn, or dawn till dusk. Or dusk till dawn, honestly. And we'll just.
If you do, I'll buy the refreshments and the food.
We'll buy a bunch of pizza. We'll sit down. We'll turn the mics on and not stop until we've decided on one true thing.
I like it.
Yeah, no. Tony jumping down my throat during the GTA 5 stuff wasn't cool.
Yeah, that was not cool. But
he made a
graphics or.
The graphics thing. Like I was in the wrong. I wasn't necessarily in the right. I was probably in the wrong, but he made it a little too personal.
You started being really dumb.
I wasn't that dumb.
It was really dumb.
I was voicing my opinion.
He set a trap for you, and you walked right into it.
No, I didn't say something that I should have said because he was just yelling over me at the end of it. Which was what I should have said was, no, they're both in this category and we have to compare them, but he was making me too flustered to do that.
Oh, that comment. Oh, yeah, also, apples, completely better than oranges.
That was dumb. That was just dumb. Apples must be compared to oranges at some point. Do I want citrus, or do I want something I can slice and dice and dip in caramel?
Well, it's if you break it down, you can like the citrus flavor better all you want, but with an orange, you don't know what you're getting. you have terrible tasting oranges and you cannot tell why.
That's true.
With an apple, you know when it's not good.
Yeah, because it's got black stuff all up in the inside.
Yeah, and then
the dark ones.
There's a other thing. It's because I made that statement about the hat at the New Year's party. I'm sorry.
That's exactly the reason, Scott. That's exactly the reason. We were talking about options.
But yeah,
yeah, like with an apple you can tell, with an orange you can't. That's the only thing I got on that.
Yeah.
But like, since we're on this topic anyway, you just want to like say out like the winners of day 2, just so people can actually hear.
Yeah, I'm gonna have like one big post for everything because that's just gonna be easier.
I have to do that all in one sitting, or it gets too messy.
It's probably not gonna happen, isn't it, Scott?
I'd have to sit at your house and be weird in a corner for a good 5 hours for it to get done.
That's probably not gonna happen.
Yeah, that's why I say you just want to say the winners like right here, and just like just get it all out, at least so people know that what won. It's a bunch of character stuff anyway, and like best 3DS and
I'll
video games.
Yeah, I'll bring it up and I'll read them off here.
All right. Well,
it was that was the one that we had like the Troy Baker Award and stuff, which sucked. That people got to miss out on that, but yeah. Go ahead, Nabasha. You can talk about something while I bring this up.
Yeah. So pretty much everything I've been playing for the last few weeks. I'm still playing Wonderful 101. Still a great game. I'm still having a great time with it. I just unlocked Wonder Yellow. When I got my new controller for my Wii U, my Pro controller, I found out that playing that with Mario and Wonderful 101 is kind of useless, and that kind of makes me sad. And I say that because there are just certain sections in both those games that like kind of need you to like look at the touch controller or use the touchpad for one reason or another. So that kind of makes that Pro controller using that completely useless. So you have to keep going back to the Wii U touch.
It'll be a Super Smash thing.
The Wii U,
it'll be a Super Smash thing.
Yeah.
But to be fair,
that probably the controller I use.
There's only like 4 levels in Super Mario 3D World where you need the touchscreen.
I mean, that's true, but like I'm just saying though, it's like you can't do anything with the controller you have, so you have to literally just go back and get that. And it's kind of the same thing with Wonderful 101. Like there's certain sections where like you go inside like a building and like everything inside the building is on the Wii U touchpad, so you have to look at the touchpad while you're playing that. So unless I want to like bend down and look at the touchpad while I'm using my Pro controller, that's just weird. So. But like it's like there's nothing wrong with the actual touchpad controller because that controller is great as it is. I just wanted to like use my new controller, but oh well. So say la vie. But yeah, Wonderful 1 is still good. Super Mario 3D World is still fun. I'm on Flower World now.
Okay, so, almost there. There's only 2 left after that.
Oh, there's one after that. Oh, it never ends.
I told you there's a lot to that game.
Yeah, and they want you to go through it like 5 more times. Fuck that.
That's why I said I will never get 100% completion on that game. Have you been trying to beat it with all the characters?
I've just been going through getting all the stars and getting all the stickers. That's all I've been doing. That's all I care about.
Yeah.
But yeah, those games are still fun. I got the new DLC for Murder Monster Rebirth.
Cool.
The Genkaku Legends Fishy Tales of the Nekomata. And that game's great. And that's great. Like I love Murder Monster Rebirth, and this one is just as good. It's not even better. Cause like this DLC has a lot more than I even thought it would have. Like cause I thought it would just be like some little like palette swap thing where you're just like you're just playing this cat lady. Just pretty much go to the same rope by the same bosses and whatever. But right now, like there's a whole central story which is like really well written. Of how this comes about. I don't really want to really get into it because I'm just pretty much starting it too. I'm not too far into it, so I'm not completely understanding everything. But pretty much, you're just a girl who dies or was on her deathbed, and like her last wish was to makes this deliver to restore her family honor. And she prays to this demon cat, which pretty much takes over her body. So you're just pretty much this cat lady. When you're going around, very feudal Japan esque with the storytelling, which I love. It's really great. And the gameplay is it's like actually kind of it's surprisingly different. I really didn't expect it to change that much because while you're still kind of using the same controls that you did with Kisuke Momohime and when you play Muramasa Rebirth, it's pretty much the same gameplay, but it's also completely different because she's not using a blade, she just uses her fist, so she does her little cat punches and stuff like that. You can transform to her second form is you can transform to an actual cat. And then when you're in the cat form, you can do magic. You can throw fire spells, and you can make it rain cats, which is awesome. That's one of the best moves in the game because she just dances around, cats fall from the sky, and she literally just makes cats rain, make it rain. So I thought that was really great. And in the third form, you're in this avatar mode where you're pretty much a monster form, where you're like a cat head or just a kind of look like a giant tiger fire cat or something like that, and you just do your super move, you're invisible for that moment for a short period of time. So that's pretty fun. Yeah, the game is really awesome. The DLC is really awesome. Right now I'm kind of stuck at a boss fight where you remember that picture I sent you a long time ago with the guy who has an eyeball in his asshole?
Yes.
I sent that to you and Joe. Yeah,
I remember because it was kind of fucked up.
Yeah, that's the boss I'm fighting now. Because I'm fighting Tanuki, so it's total a straight out Tanuki because he has the huge giant balls and his giant balls has a cushion when he hits the ground. He turns into a statue just like Mario to defend himself. And he transforms into that giant guy with a butt for an eye. So it's kind of crazy and it's fun. It's just fun, and he kicked my ass. So yeah, I've just been playing that a lot. But yeah, other than that, it's really good so far, and yeah, I can't wait to play more of that.
Would I like Muramasa? Would I get into it?
It's I think you would. It's simplistic. There's not really too much to the combat. But it's just fun to play through. Where you're listening to something else, or it's just pretty to look at too. It's just a fun action game that doesn't require too much action, I guess you could say.
Alright, cool. Well, before we get into Puppeteer, I'll bring up these Day 2 winners. So, like we said, Day 2 of Irrational Passions podcast, Game of the Year 2013, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's probably not going to happen. So, here are the winners that we fought over. I'll go through the categories and winners just like I did during the show. Best new hero, anti-hero. Not both, but just one or the other, or just protagonist that might not necessarily be a good guy. The victor was Joel from The Last of Us, with runner-ups being Trevor and Dante from GTA 5 and DMC. The new Dante, specifically. Best new villain was Gaius from Tales of Xillia, with runner-ups being Jetstream Sam from Metal Gear Rising and Shadar from Ni no Kuni. The best bro, which was all-around bro, somebody who's got your back. The winner was Aiden from Beyond Two Souls, with runner-ups being Blackbeard from Assassin's Creed 4 and Ravio from Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. The best, quote, first lady, or female partner, was Ellie from The Last of Us, with runner-ups being Carmelita from Sly Cooper Thieves in Time and Elizabeth from Bioshock Infinite. The best background character was Ivar from Tales of Xillia, with runner-ups being the Letesses from Bioshock Infinite, and Lamar from GTA 5.
Forgot about that.
I'm so sad that discussion will never hear anyone. Never be heard. Yeah, Lamar's awesome. Fuck everybody else. Fuck you, Greg. How could you want GTA 5 as number 10, but you don't want to represent Lamar? The best duo was Nai and Naya from Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons, with runner-ups being Joel and Ellie and Booker and Elizabeth. The best boss fights go to Metal Gear Rising, with runner-ups being Pikmin 3 and DMC. The FemShep Award for the best Jennifer Hale performance went to FemShep, of course, Commander Shepard from Mass Effect 3 Citadel, with runner-ups being Rosaline Latisse, or Latesse, that's it, I always get that wrong, and Hawkgirl from Injustice. The Kanji Tatsumi Award for the best Troy Baker performance went to Joel from The Last of Us, with runner-ups being Booker DeWitt from Bioshock and the Joker from Batman Arkham Origins. The best downloadable $20 or less PSN, XBLA, eShop, Steam game, whatever you want to call it, was The Stanley Parable, with runner-ups being Rogue Legacy and Gone Home. Gone Home should have won that, but can't all win.
That's the only thing Gone Home won, or was nominated for.
I know.
Sad.
Tony was on last week, and he had beaten Gone Home, and he didn't even talk about it last week.
Oh, what?
Yeah, he tweeted at me, or he tweeted saying, "Just finished Gone Home. I feel sorry for Alex for having to carry our ignorance through the Game of the Year show." He said he got it. He understands. The best 3DS game was Zelda, of course. Runner-ups being Pokemon X and Y and Fire Emblem Awakening. The best Vita game was Tearaway. Runner-ups being Dragon's Crown and Rayman Legends. Best port to the Vita was Hotline Miami, with runner-ups being Spelunky and Muramasa Rebirth. That was it. That was our day 2. I'm going to post all the winners in just one big doc, or one big post, because I don't want to clog up the front page. But yeah, Nobshin put that post together, so that's going to go under his name. It's pretty cool.
So that had to have words to it then.
No, you should add a little intro to it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. I mean, I don't mind.
But that's it. That's all you need.
Okay.
Let's talk about Puppeteer, Nobshin.
Sure.
You picked it up, I'm guessing, during this 14 for 14 or whatever?
Yeah, this crazy-ass PSN sale where everything's like $5.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. I bought Enslaved Enhanced Edition in the Puppeteer.
Yeah.
Why not?
And you could totally get like Crisis 3 for $5 now. If
I
you
know,
wanted
Crisis
to,
3
so.
for $5. I was like, oh, that's fucking tempting, because it's so cheap.
It's pretty much all our games except Metro Last Light that we said like, oh, that's probably okay game. It's on that game. On for like $5. It's crazy.
Yeah, and like Tales of Zillia is $10 if you're PS Plus. That's like a fucking steal.
Yeah, if I had money, I would have bought that. If I had enough money, I would have bought that, but I didn't have enough.
Yeah, that's a great price for that game. Like that's a steal for the 70 hours you'll get out of that. But how far did you get in Puppeteer?
I didn't get too far. I pretty much just did the intro scene. Okay. This pretty much just the very first. Was it a boss fight? What was the last thing I did? I remember getting the scissors and like pretty much just being the first level. That's all I know. But like I enjoyed what I played so far.
It's kind of a boss fight. Yeah. The armor with the rug kind of hanging off of it.
Yeah, that's right.
You fight another one of those that's a little bit tougher in level 2. Yeah, I played through Act 1. So the first 3 curtains is what they call the levels. It's pretty cool. I really like it.
Yeah. I really like the presentation for it. The presentation is really, really great.
Yeah. As what I was gonna say, the presentation is like top notch, A+ on that. The gameplay is okay. It's a little frustrating. Like it's weirdly loose in a bad way in a lot of times. Like the first boss, like the first official boss, the big tiger that ends out Act 1 was a little weird. And like I don't know how I feel about the way they do secrets. Basically, there are 2 heads. So you're. I'll explain the premise, I guess. You're what's his name? Do you remember?
Katara.
Yeah. And he lost his head. He's the soul of a human child, trapped in a puppet. And this tyrant grizzly bear guy takes
Moon
his
Bear
head,
King?
eats his head at the beginning. The Moon Bear King, which is
just got 3 random words. It's like that's the villain right there.
Yeah, Man Bear Pig, Moon Bear King. It's pretty cool. Like I like this really kind of fairy tale that they've set up. You know, when little human kids are sleeping on Earth, the Moon Bear King, who took over the moon, in the Moon Kingdom, the Moon Realm is what they call it. He steals their souls and traps them in puppets. And he steals one soul every night from Earth, and he's accumulated all of these souls of these human children. And finally, this human boy is taken, and he loses his head, and he has to use other heads which have special powers. And by special powers, I mean it's like a little demonstration, and then you get access to special areas sometimes. That's all that means. And then you're just kind of going through with all these really fairy book characters that are exuberant and exaggerated in all the best ways. It's really cool. I love that this feels like a fairy tale that I would have read when I was a kid.
Exactly.
But it's original and it's interesting. So that kind
of it's kind of like the same with Tearaway. I feel like the actual gameplay of it is probably the weakest part of the game. Mm-hmm. But like everything around it just seems so interesting and charming that that'll probably get me more. That'll keep me more going playing the game more than like actually playing the game, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I mean you get special powers, which you'll see as you finish Curtain 2, and you meet a lot of characters, and I'm excited to go wherever you go next. There's 7 acts, I believe. And
yeah, there's a ton of acts, yeah.
And because I went through, I just played it. I finished Act 1 around 6 o'clock. It's really cool. I agree that the presentation is the best part about it. It's beautiful just to look at. The character models and the effects and the lighting is spectacular. It really feels like a stage, especially with what they do with level design of having like one layer of the level just drop down, and another layer come pressing forward like really quickly, like it's like gears and cogs like turning this machine that is the stage.
Yeah, it kills my controller because like Rumble just kills my PS3 controller so bad. Wow. And this game rumbles a lot, so yeah, that's why in Saints Row 4 I could barely play that game for like more than 2 hours.
Oh man, that's weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's cool to see a game. It might not play that well, but everything visually is handled with such precision and expertise. I like that. So I don't know. I don't really have anything else to say about it.
Yeah, I'll definitely be playing more of it.
Yeah,
and yeah, I'm still interested. It was totally a game when I first saw it, I knew I wanted to play it. Like I've been saying, that's mostly why I made that category of that's probably okay game that didn't borrow it. It's like I don't know, just like something about it. I wanted to get it, but something about it was like I could wait on it. I could wait for a sale or something like that. So that was like pretty much like the perfect game as far as that.
Yeah, I same boat for me. It's $7 for PS Plus still. I don't know if it will be by Monday when this show hopefully goes out, but a bunch of stuff is on sale. So,
yeah, that's everything for me though.
Cool. As for me, I played Puppeteer. I played Enslaved. I got the premium edition. I think is actually what it's called. Not really sure what's changed in the premium edition. Do you know, Nabishin?
They just added the DLC. That's pretty much all I know about it.
All right. I know. Like the main point of putting it out was to put it out on PC, but it also came out on PS3 with some visual enhancements apparently. All I know is the frame rate.
I know it had 3D, but
not hold up.
Yeah, I know. The frame rate was shit on the older version too, but like I know they added like 3D later on in the patch, so I guess that's the quote-unquote enhancement that they put for as far as the duel. So,
yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's changed. I'll have to look it up, but I hadn't touched that game since the first 2 hours I played during Extra Life 2010. So, which was a little bit after it originally came out. I rented that and Medal of Honor from Blockbuster for Extra Life.
Did you still have to save?
That was on 360, so...
Oh, okay.
Wouldn't have mattered. But yeah, it's I forgot how interested I was in that world. They do world building pretty well in that game. Like just starting you off in Grand Central Station and whatnot. It's really fascinating. I'm really in it now that I've come back to it because I always wanted to come back, but again, it's been 4 years now, which is kind of crazy.
I missed the name of this game.
Enslaved: Odyssey to the West.
Ah, okay.
Yeah. That one thing we played for like 3 hours during Afterlife.
I thought you went and finished that game.
I wanted to, never did. So now's my chance. I got the premium. It was $5 for PlayStation Plus. And I'm like, if it has the DLC, I might as well buy it because why not?
I still need to finish the DLC, but I played everything in that game before. I remember loving it.
Yeah.
I don't know why I'm in such a mood to play this old games that like that weird tweet I sent you. I would play Sonic the Hedgehog 2006 just because.
I completely ignored that.
Wait, but isn't that the one that you don't want to play?
Yeah.
That is the one to play.
But like, why?
I don't know.
Exactly.
A certain
Go to any other
just
one,
to play
please.
that game again.
Any other one, please.
Yeah. Like no. We should not game or die that.
I'll do it.
Fuck it. Scott will do it. There you go. Evan
I
and
just need a
Scott,
copy.
game or die.
What?
What?
But I wouldn't be able to get Evan to play it.
No, you would play it and Evan would watch.
What
Oh,
game?
okay.
Sonic from 2006.
Yeah, I would watch. I wouldn't play it.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't fucking touch that shit.
Dude,
That game's so bad. That's the one where he like makes out with a human, right?
Yeah, I played the entire game on under my friend's 360, so I don't have those achievements for it, and that's kind of the reason why I want to play. Like,
Well, something else is
I don't know.
wrong with you, Nabashin.
I want my own terrible badge of honor of beating that game. I don't know why. I don't know why.
Get that sweet S rank? No. Anyway, Enslaved. Pretty cool. I'm glad I'm playing it again. Yeah, I don't know what's fucking. This game makes me want Andy Serkis in like all of the video games. 'Cause he's just so good. He's such he's such a great actor just in general, and two, he just knows how mocap works.
Should
Exceptionally
play
well.
Heavenly Sword again.
I've never played Heavenly Sword. I would love to play it. Just gamer guy. There you go. 6 hours of our lives we'll never get back.
Because that's not all that game lasts.
Exactly. I played Puppeteer. I beat up Cave Story Plus because my PS4 broke, and I was like, nah. And I saw Rob James playing it for like 5 hours straight, and I'm like, oh, I want to play Cave Story Plus.
I still need to beat that game.
It's so good. Like,
It is good.
There's so many great little secrets to it.
I know. I want to play it. I need to beat it.
There you go. Beat it. Get the special ending.
I haven't seen a ending.
There you go.
I really want to play that game, but I don't know. I've just been procrastinating. I bought that game like 3 times too, which is weird.
Is
Because
it
I
like
bought on
all
my
on
original
handhelds?
Wii. I bought on my original Wii. I bought the 3D version of it when the 3DS first came out. Because and that one just didn't look as good. And I have it on my PC too, so that's also weird. But yeah.
Yeah, I would say play the Wii version because that has all the enhanced pixel art, the 16-bit art, or the 32-bit art. It might be, and it looks really good. That's the Cave Story Plus version. Yeah, I was surprised that I just remembered how to get all the secret stuff. Like I got the best weapon, and I got saved Curly. I'm on my way to get the best ending. Or the secret level, which is ironically called Hell, which is it's just haunting me wherever I go. I want that game to come out on Vita. It's out on pretty much everything. I would love to play it on that screen. I got Broken Age, which is the new Double Fine game. It's the new point-and-click adventure. The 90s are back. And Yeah, let's talk about it. This is a game that I backed as a backer, the Double Fine Adventure, from 2012, March 2012. Yeah, 2 years ago, pretty much. It's finally out. Broken Age Act 1, Act 2 will be coming out at some point this year, is all they've said. I don't know when, even as a backer. So yeah, I've been trying to keep up with the documentary. They put like 30-minute documentary videos, basically just chapters of the development process of the game, from concept arting to writing out the puzzles, or to the naming process, to the everything, pretty much. So I've seen a lot of that. I haven't seen the most recent 2 episodes, but I've seen a lot of it, and it's been a very personal experience seeing all that. It was weird because they sent out the codes via email. They're kind of like sending it out via Humble Bundle stuff, and I didn't get it. And I tweeted them like, I don't know how to get my Broken Age code. I just tweeted that in general. I'm like, I'm kind of confused. And one of the Double Fine, the community lady, Anna is her name, who's doing the community stuff for Broken Age, like, she just found my Twitter and tweeted at me and got a hold of me. And I'm like, who is this? Because I just read through it quickly, and it was something about Broken Age, and I clicked on the picture, and it was like her. I'm like, I felt like I knew her from somewhere because I'd seen her in the documentary, and she got her own like backstory episode where she talked about like her childhood and growing up and why she became a game developer. So it was weird, this weird thing of like, oh god, I actually know who this person is. And she was awesome. She got me a new code because I didn't get an email. She got me a new code within 2 hours of just sending PMs to her and sending her what my email was, and it was super quick.
And your social security number?
My social security number, and then my bank accounts were empty for some odd reason.
Wait, aren't they always empty though?
Kind of. So it was a super awesome experience. Like, she did a great job. So props to Double Fine. They've always been good with like customer support and stuff, though. But yeah, she just found my Twitter because I tweeted about it in general, and got a hold of me, and I had the problem fixed within a couple hours. And I would say that's a success. So it was downloading by the end of that night. But yeah, I know a lot about this game, just like a lot about the process. I know that basically the whole art for the game is one person's art, essentially. Like, one person drew that whole game, and all of the other artists that were doing like the 3D art and then the other art were under his guidance, and they were doing everything that he had asked them to do in a way, in a style that he wanted them to do it, which makes that game a lot more interesting to play, I think, because everything has this kind of similar style to it, as opposed to a lot of other games that have areas that seem kind of disconnected or disjointed. This feels like one person's vision kind of brought to life, and it's really cool in that regard. But enough about the game. The game itself, for those who don't know, it follows Shay and Vela, who are 2 teenagers, a teenage girl and a teenage boy, from completely different worlds in surprisingly similar situations. And basically, they're both trapped in a situation that they really don't have a choice in, because people in charge of them have told them that they need to do this. In Bella's case, she's being sacrificed to a giant monster, and in Shay's case, he's trapped on this spaceship, and he can't do pretty much anything. He's trapped in this cycle of doing the same thing over and over and over again, and he can't do anything because Mom, which is the computer that runs the ship, told him that it's for his protection, it's for his safety. He doesn't need to do anything. And somehow both of them find a way to escape their destiny and change what's going on. So, is there anything specific that you guys want to know? Like, I know, Nabishin, you were curious about the game.
I'm curious about the game, but I kind of want to be like on media blackout as far as when I play it. I just want to be fresh with it.
Yeah, I mean, it's a point-and-click adventure game. You know, if you've played one, like I've played pretty much all of the old-school LucasArts adventure games with my brother. I played them when I was younger. Day of the Tentacle is my favorite. And the Indiana Jones LucasArts adventure game, the first original Sam Max, even Sam Max 2, the first 3 Monkey Islands, all personal favorites. I love Monkey Island. I love Day of the Tentacle. So it's weird, like, seeing a new point-and-click adventure game, because it's totally that. But it's different. It's different in its own way. They kind of simplified the controls. You don't have the look, touch, grab, fix, turn, like a bunch of options listed off. You just kind of click something, and if you can do something with it, you'll do it, and then if you get an item, you'll just use it with something if you drag and drop it. So they simplified it.
Weird question.
Go ahead.
Do you have controller support? I just thought about that. Would that be
no.
something weird?
I don't think it
Okay,
does.
that'd be kind of weird, but
It would be weird. I believe it is definitely coming to iPad, Android, and all that. But no controller support. It's cool. It's a cool game. It's beautiful in a very simplistic way. I feel like the art style is going to rub a lot of people the wrong way. A lot of people aren't going to like it. I like it a lot personally, but voice acting is phenomenal. I forgot that Jack Black is in that game, and then when he showed up, I was like, "Oh yeah, this is awesome." So yeah, it's a really cool game. It comes out on the 25th officially, but there's no embargo. Reviews are out there. I like it. I'm gonna stream a little bit about it, I think, because they said just be careful, don't stream the ending or whatever. And I'm like, cool. So I like it quite a bit. I'm gonna write something about it, not a review, but something. So stay tuned for that.
A monthly passion.
I'll write a monthly passion about it.
Okay.
But that's all I got. That's it for video games. Let's take a break and hit some news on the other side of this break, this lovely break. So we will be back in just a moment. Let me get my cord, and we'll be good to go.
All right, give me a minute. I'm gonna go grab some drink.
Yeah, I'm gonna get another drink too, so you're good. Seriously?
Breaking news, Alex O'Neill.
What's up?
Batman vs. Superman got delayed a year.
Well, there's no surprise there. It's just going to be Justice League 2.0 or 1.5 or whatever anyway.
Pretty much.
Stupid.
So I've actually...
Okay.
Oh, go ahead. You go ahead.
Okay. I'm more into the Arrow DC universe anyway. They just introduced the Flash, and I like him.
Cool.
So, and the guy that got to play Oliver Queen is fucking awesome. Go ahead.
So pretty much at these break times, or the times that I'm not talking, I've been kind of like adding up. Because I was telling you, Scott, this, like I was going to try and find out who was the winner of this year for Game of the Year. So I'm kind of doing that right now, and I'm almost done.
So who won, Last of Us or Pikmin 3? That's the real question.
Oh, who won? Were those two? See,
it's Scott versus me. We're the one that had the most things in the most categories. So.
Well, yes, but like it's how you would say how it's like all spread out. Because like if we were to go like for our top tens and like get like every winner that's never mind. Let me check this because I'm actually curious now. Like how much one is what? Give me like half a second because I'm like looking at this right now.
All right.
There's
Hey,
brother. There's a lot of Last of Us.
Evan.
Yeah.
Stop.
Okay. I was on the radio downstairs. I just thought it's a good song.
Thought you'd share it with the class.
Yeah.
I like this Magic Hat beer. I like that it calls itself Not Quite Pale Ale. It does have that kind of not exactly pale ale. Magic Hat number 9? Is that what it's called? The ancient
Love Potion number 9.
The ancient ritual of brewing a distinctly
All right, let's
rich
do this.
and flavorful beer is a performance to behold. Our mysterious knowledge of time-honored...
Hey, Alex, guess who's excited for Capaldi?
I am.
No, famous.
Who famous is... I don't know.
Peter. Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch?
Yeah.
Cumberbunny? I
Yeah,
fucking
he's
love
excited.
Cumberbunny.
He's excited for Capaldi.
Dude, you're caught up on Sherlock, right?
No, I'm not.
Oh, God!
I saw the first episode. I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna do it tonight, I think.
Dude, 2 and 3 are so good. 2 is probably one of my favorite Sherlock episodes.
I like the first one. All the
fake things.
Yeah, how do you think he did it?
The whole point, I think, was that it doesn't really matter. You know, he
Yeah.
did it, and he's never gonna exactly say how he did it, probably.
No, he never.
And I think, you know, just trust him. He was clever enough to get away with it, and he did it, and it was brilliant.
I think the doctor saved him.
Yeah, the doctor saved him. Hasn't Ethan already given you his explanation for that?
No, he hasn't.
Oh, well.
For which one? Episode 1?
No, why the doctor and Sherlock will never interact.
Oh no.
Well, I'm not going to get into it because I'll fuck it up. So.
The
Right,
Last of Us 7 picked
have
three
him
Yeah.
me or something, Alex, because I want to hear this.
All right, I'll remind him to tell you when you're over next, which will be in
Which
like
is gonna
3
be-
years.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about right.
Where's Scott? Wake up, Scott.
Scott, over
I'm
here.
still here, man.
All right, you guys ready to get cracking?
Yes, please.
News in gaming.
Is it really news and gaming, Alex? Is it really that time?
With how much I listen to myself talk, like recorded versions of myself with editing the show and everything, that just doesn't even sound like me to me anymore. Like I always forget that I did that when I was like in my room one day alone. Anyway, let's talk about some news, guys.
Wait, that's you?
Yeah, that's me.
I
You didn't know that?
Wait a second. For how long, Evan? For
How long
has
have you
that been
not
out?
since we made it in like episode 26?
Yeah, I didn't know.
do for 100 episodes
I-
that he's
I-
gone by? Just
I thought you were trying. I thought you were trying to joke. I thought you were trying to make a joke and make Alex say, "Hey, that's me" or something like that. That's what I thought you were trying to go with it.
But no, you just no.
No, you just didn't know. That's great. No, that's me. Hey, that's me. We got 4 news stories in the dock for you guys. What do you guys want to talk about first? Other than NPDs, we gotta save NPDs for last. Well, Nabishin, you actually have 2 stories in here. So
I have 2.
well, you have 1. Tell me about Dark Souls.
Well, pretty much. The people of From Software are considering possibly, maybe bring Dark Souls 2 to Xbox One and PS4.
Yeah.
In an interview with Edge Magazine, From Software's co-director for Dark Souls 2 stated regarding towards the 2 platforms, "We have not put any thought into this yet, so unfortunately can't answer at this point. At the start of development, we felt that there is still a lot of potential that remains unused in Dark Souls. I hope this can be seen from the demos and footage we have released. Our intention is to capitalize on the total potential of the 7th generation consoles, that's PS3 and 360, and deliver the game to fans as soon as possible." So, pretty much they're saying like, "Hey, we're just focusing on PS3 and 360 right now, but possibly after we get all this done, we'll bring it in. We'll upscale it and bring it up to those consoles."
Yeah. Sounds like if they do it, it's not gonna be for a while. It would probably be a year out. I wouldn't mind that. That's cool. I think I'm definitely gonna buy Tomb Raider Definitive.
Cool.
Because
Did
I know
you get a clean face on it?
gotta get that clean face. Like I know Nabishin, you'd be interested in seeing it, but yeah, I was watching the I don't know if you saw like the IGN breakdown comparison of like Tomb Raider to Tomb Raider. Like, wow. Looks really good. I was just thinking about, like, I would really love to play that game again. And yeah, I'm okay if like sales of this would hopefully go into making another Tomb Raider game.
That's another news story I read today. Tomb Raider finally broke even. Like literally, like recently, like this week, it broke even as far as like all the production in that game. It finally just went to black, so it finally paid its dues, I guess you'd say. So now everything I'm concerned Tomb Raider now, or at least the game that came out in 2013, is a profit now. So
yeah,
there you go.
And like I was thinking, hey, if it contributes to the likelihood of another Tomb Raider game, which I know is already in development, but you know they could scrap that and move on to something else.
No, they flat out said they were making another Tomb Raider.
Yeah, but I don't know. Well, sorry, I'm getting used to sitting at my desk. I don't know. I would support that. I would support that company again, and I really want to play Tomb Raider again, and I really want to have something to play on my PS4. So there you go.
There's always a reason.
I'm not in like desperate straits. I'm probably the only person looking forward to Thief.
I think you are.
I am, because like I'm gonna wait for reviews. Don't get me wrong, because pretty much everyone that's played it said, but I want it to be good.
You said the same things about Deus Ex, I think.
I think it was more Dishonored. The Deus
I
Ex.
think it was Davis.
The whole like it's not gonna live up to the franchise. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm optimistic about Thief, but yeah, porting up to next gen consoles or current gen consoles, I guess. I'm okay with that. I'd be okay with more people did that. Wouldn't necessarily buy all the games, but let's talk about Awesome Games Done Quick. Did anybody watch this Awesome Games Done Quick streaming marathon extravaganza? I know Tony watched a lot of it.
I saw some Mirror's Edge.
Okay.
I think that's all Punch Out blindfolded. That's it.
Cool. I saw some of the Metro Prime stuff. Yeah, it's basically, for those who don't know, bunch of speedrun people, speedrun communities, got together and set up this kind of charity event. They're raising money to go to a cancer organization of their choice. And they sped run a bunch of games for like 6 days in a row. Like constant streaming. And yeah, they played a whole bunch of games and they raised over $1 million for cancer. So, not for cancer, but to fight against cancer. Yeah, they raised $1 million for the conglomerate monster that is cancer.
Developed a whole
So
new
you mean the
cancer.
cigarette companies?
That's what works.
That's the true conspiracy. Cancer is the companies. Yeah, it was really cool. As I'm sure Nobshin's the only one here that listens to the Giant Bomb cast, I tend to agree with Brad that the whole the idea of doing a speed run, it seems kind of trite and dumb to me, but those people that kind of play by the game's rules and just do it effectively and quickly, that's super awesome and super fascinating. They just know that game so well that they can just do it with their eyes closed, for example, or blindfolded. Just go off of audio cues. That's awesome.
Did you see Did you hear about the Chrono Trigger one?
No, I heard about it. I didn't see it. Beat in like 6 hours or whatever.
I'm pretty much referring to some of the stuff around it. I know, like the Giant Bomb community, they put like they donated to have the robot named after Ryan Davis, and I think they named Chrono. I think his name was Chrono.
Yeah,
I think
Chrono.
I think they changed the. I'm talking about from the endurance, right? I think they changed. I think they named him Tupac, so that's his name in the game. So they went through the whole game as Tupac.
Tupac and Ryan
So
Davis.
Yeah. So
That's awesome.
yeah.
That's really sweet. Yeah, but awesome games done quick. It's all archived over at Twitch, I believe. So check it out. Tony was watching tons of it, and so was Joe. Mr. Knapp actually turned me onto it when we were recording Mup. He was like, "Hey, have you heard about this?" And he had me retweet a couple things, and people reached out to me and said, "This is awesome." So, yeah. In other news, Nintendo has changed their forecasts for the Wii U.
Hell yeah, they did.
This one's a
Yeah, they
doozy.
did that.
I'll read from the Joystick article here. Nintendo severely adjusted its forecast for the fiscal year ending in March 31st, 2014, almost halving its original net sales projection and reducing its expected Wii U shipments from 9 million to 2.8 million. The Japanese company noted that the Wii U's, quote, significantly lower, end quote, than predicted overseas sales, as well as the price cuts made worldwide to the console as factors in the profit revisions. Below target 3DS sales overseas were also noted, as was increased expenditure on research and development. Nintendo's net sales projection dropped from 920 billion yen to 590 billion yen, which converts to about $8.8 billion to $5.6 billion, respectively. So they basically cut their Wii U sales projections by more than half, by about
Like
66%. Yeah,
Yeah, 70%. Yeah.
that's fucking insane. One, and they cut their expected revenue by almost half, which is also fucking insane. And this is just kind of what the way most people have been interpreting this is Nintendo just doesn't really have faith in itself right now, or they know not to expect the Wii U to sell very well.
Or they're just trying to be a little bit more realistic with the predictions now, instead of being insane with 9 million, which everybody said they
Yeah.
weren't going to make for like a year straight.
Yeah, but like 9 million to 2.8 is a huge cut. Like, that's insane.
What they
Well, that
also
was kind of
could have done is,
ridiculous.
I know, like
Go ahead,
it's cutting from a ridiculous number, but still.
but like here's the thing. Maybe they just put that projection out there to have the projection out there.
Yeah, I mean, like this could be like a whole stock market thing of like they cut it down to 2.8, and if they manage to exceed 2.8, that'll help their stock at the end of the fiscal year. Still, like that's just a depressing cut just in general, like with the projected sales revenue. The company shipped over 460,000 consoles across the first 2 quarters, March through September of 2013. So a rise to 2.8 million by March 2014 represents a significant improvement. If that figure is accurate, excuse me, got the burps. Then by March 2014, the company will have shipped 6.2 million units total since the Wii U's launch in November 2012. To put this in perspective, in the first 6 weeks, the PS4 sold 4.1 million units. And Nintendo is expecting to have sold, this is just an expectation, to have sold 6.2 million units by the end of March. So, kind of a depressing comparison there. 3DS projections also took a hit, which was surprising. They projected a sales, they cut it down from 18 million to 13.5 million.
Wasn't that just for software, though? Or was it hardware as well?
I think that's hardware as well. So, a lot of cuts just in projections.
You.
Yeah, I know. Just make me bleed, Evan. It's the only way I can feel. And projections only mean so much. I mean, there could be a resurgence, but this just it's a faith in the product, and I think yes, Nintendo has changed to a more realistic expectation, but still, it's a sharp cut. It's a sharp turn for them to take, especially with
I mean, hey, if they predicted 4 million, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they cut it down, you wouldn't be saying the same thing.
Yeah, I mean, like if they had predicted 4 million and cut it down to 2.8, that'd be a more realistic prediction just in general. But they would be cutting it by significantly less.
Right, but I think that they knew from the start that giant projection was never going to happen.
I'm not sure. I think they were hoping. They were really hoping on Pikmin and Mario. They would push sales a lot. And I believe Mario Kart is still coming out before the end of the fiscal year. Mm-hmm. So they're still... I think that's their big push left. But yeah, I genuinely think that they were hoping for a huge upswing during the holiday season, and it just didn't happen.
Yeah.
Of course, everybody's hoping for that upswing.
Yeah, I mean, it's just... Like, again, I'm not worried about Nintendo. They're going to be fine. Fuck it. They're sitting on, like, $5 billion in liquid cash.
I mean, sure, but it's still not...
It's not good for the Wii U, and that's the concern here. Like, that's what I'm worried about.
They should have never made it.
Maybe you're right, Evan.
It looks like a good system.
I mean, it's good.
I love
like
my
it.
Wii U.
Yeah, I really enjoy the games I've played on it. Like, Mario is fantastic, and I liked some of the launch titles out of it. But like, I don't know, man. It's a grim projection for the Wii U at least. 3DS is gonna be fine. It's surprising to see them cutting the expectation on that even at all. But I guess they had crazy expectations for that. Yeah. I mean, 18 million doesn't seem too crazy for the 3DS with fucking how gangbusters it did during this holiday season. Speaking of which, Greg Way, let's talk about this holiday season with the NPDs from December. Scott, do you think you can help me out with these? There are 2 lists here, Scott, for when you pull it up. There's the top 10 new.
It's just that the Google Drive has not wanted to work for me for the past couple weeks, so I didn't even try this week.
Okay.
I'll read it.
All right, Evan, you got me. So read the top 10 from December, the first list, starting from the bottom up.
Of course. All right. List. It's a whole bunch of text.
Yeah, there's a bunch of text, and then there are 2 big lists.
I got it. I'm cutting you off.
All right, go for it, Scott.
I'm doing top 10 first.
From December.
Retail sales, yeah. All right. At number 10, Skylander Swap Force. At number 9, FIFA 14. At number 8, the fuck? Get out of here.
I'm just kidding.
Number 8, Lego Marvel Superheroes. Number 7, Grand Theft Auto 5. Number 6, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Number 5, NBA 2K14. Number 4, Madden NFL 25. Number 3, Just Dance 2014. Number 2, Battlefield 4. Number 1, Call of Duty Ghosts.
It's crazy to see Battlefield 4 at number 2 with.
Who do we call to make changes in these numbers, Alex? I don't agree with the.
You see, this is what we have to do. You see, you have to predict when the games will come out, and then you have to bring bats to people's houses on the days that you think that they're going to buy them.
Yeah, there you go.
That's how you change these numbers.
Scott's got it down. We have to go.
I don't think
all
Grand
the way
Theft
across
Auto
the
should be
country.
on that list, Alex. I think we need to cut it.
But it's like it's not worth
I think we
it.
should cut Grand Theft Auto.
I think we should cut Grand Theft Auto off the list, guys.
All right, list of 9 games. List of 9 games. Grand Theft Auto is no longer at number 7. Okay.
We've taken this joke so far. I hope Greg listens to this. All right, annual 2013 top 10 games. Just like this is 2013 top 10 United States sales total.
New fiscal retail. All right, at number 10, Disney Infinity. I am surprised to see that on
I'm happy to
Anywhere.
see that on there.
Minecraft 360 version. I have that same reaction.
Number 8.
Number 8, Just Dance 2014. Number 7, Call of Duty Black Ops 2. Number 6, NBA 2K14. Number 5, Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Number 4, Battlefield 4. Number 3, Madden NFL
25.
Number 2, Call of Duty Ghosts. And number 1, Grand Theft Auto 5.
Come on, this should not have been on the list, guys. Come on.
Number 1, nothing.
There we go.
Wait, Scott. Let me correct that. Number 1, The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds.
No. It's number 1. Grant, nothing.
Nothing. Actually, there's nothing at number 1 on this list. Odd. So total video game sales.
That is a Simpsons joke.
I got it. In the U.S. in December, we're up by 2% year over year. That's from 3.28 billion, up that from 3.21 billion from last year. Hardware sales saw an upswing in 2013, up 28%.
Yeah, well, hardware sales are going to go up no matter when there's a console out, so.
Well, not necessarily. I mean, hardware sales have been on the decline for the past couple of years, and just in general. But yeah, the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One have reinvigorated this hardware sales market.
Yes, they have.
Continued strong sales of both the Xbox One and the PS4 accounted for the hardware sales increase of, quote, over 50% compared to December 2012. That's awesome.
Xbox still sucks, though.
Shut up, Evan. How the tables have turned since
I don't know,
we started
5
this
years
podcast.
ago. Jesus Christ.
Yeah. 5 years ago, what did you think, Evan?
I don't think PlayStation sucked. I just didn't have any interest in it.
But there
I'm
are
gonna have
quotes
to-
of you saying PlayStation sucks.
I'm gonna have to find some
I own a
clips from year 1 of Rational
I
Passions.
owned a PlayStation.
Dude, July 2010, when this shit started, I can find a quote of you saying PlayStation sucks. Guarantee. I'm gonna have to go searching. I'm gonna listen to our old shitty episodes.
I used to be a listener.
Listen to
I
number
know
2.
this.
Do it.
Navashin knows what the
Number two.
fuck's up. I didn't listen to that shit. I just kind of put the audio, sunk it up a little bit, and threw it out there. December NPD Group quote figures released today reveal Xbox One was the #1 selling console in the market in the U.S. in December.
That's a lie.
It sold 908,000 units in December. Additionally, the Xbox 360 continued to see strong momentum with 643,000 units sold in December, putting it in the #3 spot overall.
PlayStation did better than that.
Sony's approach to numbers was slightly different. They reiterated that the PlayStation 4 sold more than 4.2 million units worldwide since launch, as of December 28th, of course. Quote, PlayStation 4 remains the cumulative leader for next-gen console sales in the U.S. since launch on November 15th, excuse me.
Yeah, they have like
Evan,
1.5 billion more.
That comes straight from
Xbox.
Dan Race, who is the director of corporate communications at SCEA. Quote, we sold every PS4 available at retail in the U.S. and were out of stock in December due to overwhelming consumer demand, end quote. Which is true. My brother can attest to that. Although he did manage to get his hands on PS4.
Oh, props, huh?
Yeah. Nintendo's 3DS led, quote, overall hardware sales in December 2013, and for 2013 as a whole, end quote. The NPD Group's Liam Callahan noted, quote, hardware sales of the Wii U were also positive within December 2013, making for its highest month for unit sales so far. So, there you go. The Wii U sold better in December 2013 than it ever has in any month.
But I didn't make 9 million, so I'm gonna cut down to 2 million because you guys are satisfied, yeah.
There you go. That's Satoru Iwata for you. He sounds just like that. The software leader in 2013 was obviously GTA 5.
Boo!
PS3
Let's take him
and
off the
360
list.
title defeated stiff competition.
That's kind of crazy that still #1, despite Call of Duty being on like every freaking platform, and like all together, and still like Grand Theft Auto still make it to #1. That's pretty impressive.
#1 overall for 2013. But
Yeah, I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's fucking nuts. Call of Duty
Hey,
Ghosts is
we should
available
take it
on
off the list, Alex.
on 6 platforms, where Grand Theft Auto 5 is only available on 2. So there you go. Crazy year for video games, just in general, news and sales and pretty much everything. So there you go. 2013, one for the ages. So that's all I got for news. You guys want to take a quick break and have Evan say his part?
Yes.
All right, we'll be
What,
back
that we
in a
should
little
cut
bit,
Grand
guys.
Theft Auto? Shoot.
All right, I'm gonna get some music queued up real quick, Evan, and then.
Oh, you have music finally,
No, not for you.
woman.
What? Whoa! Evan, not only racist but also sexist. All right, Evan, whenever you're ready.
I want candy.
What?
I don't know. I said, hey, what's going on, Alex?
Where is that even from? I don't.
I'm so taken aback right now. I was not expecting that. What's going on, Evan? Tell me what's up.
Nothing much. Let's see. For games, they came out last week.
Yeah.
This past week on PSN for the PS3,
Chris
we have
really came in
Assassin's
with
Creed
last week.
3 Liberation HD for $20.
He's a liar.
We have The Raven Legacy of a Master Thief for $30. For the Vita, we have Age of Zombies for $5 and Doodle Devil for $6. For the PS1 Classics, we have Double Dragon for $6. For this past week on Xbox Game Store, we have Assassin's Creed Liberation HD for $20.
Cool.
This past week on NintendoWare for the Wii U, we have Unipic.
Unepic, dude. Come on.
Okay, okay, I see it now. All right, which is $10. F1 Race Stars Powered Up Edition for $30. Castlevania 2 Simon's Quest for $5. 3DS we have Castlevania 2 for Simon's Quest for $5.
It's weird to see a virtual console game come out for both.
Yeah. All right, retail releases for the week of January 21st, 2014. Nothing.
Of course, no needs for picks and craps. Not until we get actual more than like 9 games. We got some emails, some stuff. We got a tweet as well. Do you guys want to do the email or the voicemail first?
Let's do the email first.
Emails. All right, let's do this.
Bombcast@giantbomb.com
is the email address. Mailsack at irrationalfashions.com is the email address. If you'd like to send your emails in, send it there. Please do. This is from Harold. He says, on your annual awards, you have the Walrus Award, which is Evan's favorite game that isn't Battlefield, Call of Duty, or I forgot all the qualifiers. But for the rest of you, if you had such an award, what would your qualifiers be? Mine would be best game that isn't Harmonix or old school Nintendo, which would have been SteamWorld Dig this past year. That's it. Stay rational, my friends. H. Thanks, Harold. That's a good question. Greg obviously had his award, and he's not here, so fuck him. So what do you guys got?
I'd also probably have to go for Nintendo, and
That isn't Pikmin, Nintendo, Zelda.
it's you'd have to exclude Nintendo franchises. Actually, I think that's the only one I'm biased to.
Mm-hmm.
You missed it!
For me, it would probably be like best game or favorite game that isn't like JRPG. It's the only thing I can think of. Like, excluding JRPGs would narrow down my list quite a bit.
And Zelda.
Yeah, best game that isn't Zelda or JRPG. That sounds fair.
The Last of Us would still be there.
Last of Us would still be there because that's a gem. I mean, I always have like one game from the year, right? Like one game that I've reviewed and I've possibly given a high score and have renowned. I don't know. For me, it was Last of Us, and then 2012 it was Journey. Those were both my games of the year. So, what about you, Nabishin?
If I were like to make my list get narrowed down, I guess you could say games that aren't probably quirkiness. I think quirky is like something that really resonates with me as far as stuff I like. Mostly the Japanese type of quirk. So I guess that will make it probably The Last of Us on mine. Or no, Tomb Raider. No.
Yeah, you had a couple good ones in there. And it would have to be like Mass Effect related. Something that isn't Mass Effect or Mass Effect related.
Or Kingdom Hearts, I guess.
Or Kingdom Hearts, yeah. We have a tweet from @Justin, Justin D. He says, the Vita sold 100,000 units in December. How can Sony improve those sales?
Make more games. Make it better. I don't know. I haven't played it, so I don't know.
Nabishin, do you have anything before I go?
There's nothing pretty much they can do. Just support it as long as you can. There's almost literally nothing else they can do. They're doing everything that they can right now. They're bringing out games. They're working with people. They're putting out what you want. It's a matter that people don't want the hardware. And that's just a simple matter of fact. That's just reality.
Yeah.
You either you push to the younger age.
That's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. And this is also not going to happen. But you invest in public transportation heavily across places that don't have a lot of it.
Worked for Nintendo.
Because think about it.
Yeah, no, like places where you can play it more.
Well, yeah, and then it's like the people who buy it don't play it on the go because they're normally the ones actively driving or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, how often do you get on a plane? You know, a few people can say, "Oh, I get on a plane every week," but how many people is that? Not too many. And then of those people, how many are going to be playing games?
So appeal to the mobile audience.
Yep.
Families.
That's smart. That's why handhelds sell so well in Japan, because everyone uses public transport over there.
But the only way it will work though is if the games were cheaper, which is not on that system. I'm sure they have PlayStation Mobile, but people don't even know that exists because Sony. But yeah. I'm the same.
They can do it towards family.
Make Nier not garbage. That would help.
That went too many.
I mean, like, with how awesome the 3DS Street Passing stuff, like, that's a system seller as far as I'm concerned.
It was a system seller. No one cares about it anymore, though.
I still care about it.
A little bit.
I still love it. Like,
it's still persistent
until I go to an event.
It's still, persistent throughout, the games that you still play.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's not like the Street Pass, app is, the ongoing thing or the ongoing superseller.
Yeah, it's like the puzzles and the persistence of like having all this stuff that you've collected and accumulated and all these people that you Street Pass. I think that's
and then it's also a tool for whatever game that you're currently playing since it's integrated like that.
Yeah, like the integrated stuff into Zelda, for example, and Fire Emblem. The Fire Emblem stuff is awesome. Scott dropped. He'll be back in a second, guys. Yeah, the Fire Emblem stuff is really great because you'll have like basically people and their whole teams will come into your world, and then you can fight them and you can see how they built their characters. It can actually be like a really intense learning experience. And you can accumulate 50 Fire Emblem Street Passes and just sit on them. So that's kind of like what I've been doing.
Alex, I have to go in about 10 minutes.
We're almost done.
Okay, I'm just letting you know.
We'll be done before then.
5.
The only thing I was going to say, unless Nabshanaz takes a little bit, the only thing I was going to say is like Nintendo, or not Nintendo, Sony's kind of doing that. Like, shove cross-buy down your throat for people that have PS3s and PS4s. Make it so that they've bought all these games and they've accumulated all these Vita games that they just kind of own. And just have them buy a Vita because they have all these games for it. Just pick it up and you'll have plenty to play on it. I think that's the smartest thing they can do at this point. So, that's all I got. Thank you for the tweet, Justin. At Justin on Twitter, if you'd like to follow him. Let's pop in.
Well, I have to go soon, actually. Like 3 minutes.
3 minutes? All right. Well, then
Yeah.
Peace out now. We're gonna do this voicemail.
Okay.
So, thank you, Evan. Until next
You're
time.
welcome. Yeah. I have to go pick up my brothers.
Gross.
My brother.
Brother. All right.
Peace.
Peace.
Later, man.
This voicemail comes to us from our main man in Puerto Rico, Silver PR.
What's up, guys? Silver PR here. I'm just going to give you a couple of quick blurbs of stuff that I want to say. So here we go. About that PS Station now, I think that going as a rental and not as buying games, I think it's smart because, let's face it, internet infrastructure, it's not good in the United States. God knows how worse it is in other parts of the world. And, if at least you can, rental or subscription kind of a service as they offering, I think it's a better way because, if it doesn't work, when it's not for you, you don't use it, you don't pay no more. I think that one of the things I don't like it's wrong is that selling the games for games that you're going to have latency and stuff like that. So that's one thing. I just want to tell Evan. Evan, are you there? Evan,
Of course.
hey, listen to this. It's not your fault. Evan, it's not your fault. seriously, man, Battlefield 4 is broken, and you know it. Just accept it, please. Do it for us. And
Thank you.
also, I want to say to Greg, really, Greg? Come on, man. You're that fair because Grand Theft Auto 5? Have you checked all the media outlets? Really? Come on, it's a great game. I gave it 10 days in hours of my life, and I still enjoy it, but I really get what people say out there. So, yeah. And Alex?
Hey.
I'm just going to give you this. Picture this in your mind.
Okay.
E3.
Okay.
Kingdom Hearts 3 trailer comes up.
Boner.
It's just, random stuff like every other Kingdom Hearts trailer.
Okay.
Then logo comes up.
Okay.
Fades out.
What?
A dark void comes up. It's Darth Vader.
Oh, God.
Lightsaber. Whatever. And then in the other side, you see Mickey. And then what does it come up? A key saber.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I don't know how you guys feel about Star Wars, but I think it would be awesome as a trailer.
I'd be okay with it.
What do you think? Anyway, all that random stuff that I said. You have a fun one, guys. Everything's well down here. Hope everything's well up there. So take care, guys. Bye-bye.
Personally, I don't think it would fit. Kind of like how the Pirates of the Caribbean thing was a stretch.
Was weird, yeah.
It was a stretch, and quite frankly, I think
It
this
was
would be the same.
weird, but it worked.
It
worked.
was a stretch. It worked, but it was still a stretch.
Yeah, I put my theory out there. I think I was talking to Nobishin about it. That because this is going to be the end of the Xehanort trilogy, and Sora is going to continue on into whatever Kingdom Hearts becomes after this. And I think bringing in other Disney franchises for that, like a whole Marvel-based Kingdom Hearts game or a whole Star Wars-based Kingdom Hearts game would work. They would have to distance it from where they are with this trilogy, though. So I that's kind of my theory going forward. Or Square would pair up with some studio that isn't Disney and make a Kingdom Hearts / Nintendo thing. That'd be cool. Yeah.
By the way, too, the gauge Frozen a little bit. Frozen would be a good world for a Kingdom Hearts world. So if you want to judge it by that, there you go.
All right. Cool. I need to see Wreck-It Ralph. I was going to mention this.
You never seen Wreck-It Ralph?
I still haven't seen Wreck-It Ralph.
It's so
good. Dude.
I know it's so good, and there's personal reasons surrounding it, but I need to see it. I need to get over myself and go see that movie. Thank you, Silver PR, for the voicemail. I agree that latency is going to be the biggest worry with PlayStation Now. If there's too much latency, then it just ain't gonna work.
So let's stop right here. Let's say day one that PlayStation Now doesn't work. Think of every internet snarky remark of how it's gonna be. What's it gonna call it then? Oh, it's like PlayStation Now and later. Ha 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 ha.
I was gonna say that. Damn it.
I don't know.
More like PlayStation later, Sony. Xbone for life. I don't know. That's a good question. PlayStation later is going to be the big one, right? I don't know. PlayStation latency? No one's going to say that, but I hope someone does. I hope someone thinks it's really funny.
Is this our Xbox yes moment now? That
PlayStation,
so
it's going to be PlayStation later. We're going to be right on this one, okay?
No, you guys have it all wrong. It's PlayStation eventually.
There you go. There's the Scott theory. PlayStation eventually. Kingdom Hearts now. Kingdom Hearts later. I just want to say that. Yeah, PlayStation later. I'm calling it. PlayStation eventually. One of the two. Thank you guys to everyone that sent stuff in. I was gonna
It's
put
Kingdom Hearts everywhere.
I was gonna put in the Game of the Year Day 2 update, but we already kind of covered that. It's not gonna happen.
Have
It's
faith,
just not
Scott, man. Just have faith.
All right.
Faith.
I have some faith. I have I wrote up the whole article post for it, and it's just saved in my drafts forever. It's never going to get posted. Yeah. A couple things.
They haven't burned us yet.
By the way, I'm more or less done with my review.
Cool. Send it to me.
I
I'll
just have to
look
like
it over.
organize it. Okay.
Yeah, when you think it's ready for me to read, let me know. Cool.
All right.
One thing before we get into the contact us, I want to conduct a little survey with our listeners here. I need you guys' help.
All the people who are still listening.
All the people. This is exactly my point here. If you are still listening here, and you've gotten to the end of the show, tweet at owlfighter27 and let me know. I want to know just. And again, not everyone's going to do this. I understand that, but I want to get a good gauge for the amount of people that are listening and get to this part of the show. Just take a second, please tweet at me. I want you to just tell me, one, got to that part of the show where you heard this, and two, what's your favorite part of the show? I want to do some things to improve the show in 2014.
And who's your favorite podcaster?
And who's your favorite podcast? Who's your favorite host? If you say Greg, I ban you. I find your IP address and I make sure you can never download the podcast again. No, I tweet at me at owlfighter27.
If you say GTA 5, we remove it.
At ALFIGHTER27. Let me know that you got here and what's your favorite part of the show was, like news or game talk or new releases or whatever. I know it's not new releases. That was a joke, but I'm trying to improve the show in 2014, and if that means making the show shorter or taking out certain parts of it or completely revamping it from the ground up, that's fine. I just want to get a gauge on the people that listen, what you guys like. So please just take a moment to do this. I would really appreciate it. But that's it. We'll go into Contact Us now. If you would like to get a hold of us and be on a part of the show yourself, you can send us an email, mailsack at irrationalpassions.com. That's MAIL SAC at irrationalpassions.com. You can follow each of us on Twitter. I'm at owlfighter27. It spells just like it sounds. Evan is at stickerglue, which is all one word. Scott is at whattechuz. Nabashin is at Nabashin186. That's NABESHIN 186. All one word.
All lowercase. Okay.
You can leave us a voicemail just like Silver PR did at 404-590-1337. It's likely. Because it is. Standing long distance fees do apply. I forgot Evan that left. I was on a podcast with Cheapy D and Harold this week. It was pretty cool. And
did he remember me?
No.
I believe I was invited too, but I didn't get it until I opened up this thing. I'm sorry, Harold.
It's fine. He understands. I told him that he is the only person that has ever gotten you on another podcast. You've never been a guest on anyone else's podcast.
This is true.
He should feel special. But yeah, I didn't know Cheap Ass Gamer was doing this Child's Play charity auction. Basically,
they do that every year. Yeah,
I didn't know about it, so I figured, hey, this is a cool thing. Promote it. Go to cheapassgamer.com. They're basically you donate to Child's Play, and you get tickets, kind of like how PS Nation does their Extra Life stuff, and you get tickets, and then you can win a bunch of awesome prizes. So check that out, cheapassgamer.com. We're live streaming pretty regularly over at twitch.tv/irrationalpassions. Like I said, console streams will be back up. I'm ordering my equipment before the end of the month. Hopefully everything will get here on time, and I'll be able to set it up and test it and whatnot. But yeah, twitch.tv/irrationalpassions. Also, video content going up, youtube.com/irrationalpassions. There's an amazing Game of the Year video coming soon. Look out for that soon. It's going to be fucking spectacular. And it's going to be different. It's going to be something different, probably, that you haven't seen before, so look out for it.
A Game of the Year video?
Yes. It's being organized by the writers and myself. Brendan is editing it, and it's his last project before he leaves the site. And it's really cool. Just stay tuned for that. Hopefully it'll be out before the end of the month. The forums are back over at Retroids.com. Retroids 3.0 is up, so check that out. It's pretty cool. Some other stuff, please rate and review us on iTunes. It helps us out a ton. Follow our show on Twitter at IrrationalPod and our little sister show at MaliciousPod. That's when you get updates on the show, when it goes up, when it goes live, when we're live on YouTube, when we're live on Twitch, etc., etc. And tell your friends, please. Word of mouth is the best way to spread the love. And we got a lot of love to share. And, of course, check out the website, rationalpassions.com. That's where all the good stuff is. And awesome articles like What's Your Telltale, which is up now for your viewing pleasure. All right. Real quick before we go into our final segment, reminder.
Which no one listens to.
Please tweet at me. Do the survey thing. It'll help me out. So, Nabishin, are you ready? Do you have something?
I have something, but I thought you were about to say something before that.
No, that was it. That was just a reminder about the survey thing because.
Oh, okay.
I don't want people to forget. So lay it on me, Nabishin. What's up?
All right, guys. I want to talk about shoes. Like seriously,
let's get some shoes.
Not that kind of talk, Alex. This is a man talk. Oh my god.
Like when I was at work, I saw like one of those kids with those Heelys shoes that the shoes that go around the
Heelys, yeah.
Yeah, one of those shoes that go you just slide across the ground, stuff like that. I always remember I hated those shoes. I always those shoes are so fucking stupid. I never wanted those shoes. Those shoes are so dumb. But I always secretly deep down inside, I always wanted those shoes.
Yeah, you did.
But I never got them. But I always said they were stupid. But like what kind of shoes have you gotten that you actually thought were cool? Like I remember one time when I was young, and I was actually looking online for these shoes, but I can't find them anywhere, which is kind of crazy. But like around when Sonic and Knuckles came out on the Genesis, but that's just how I am. They released these like shoes, like they're actually Sonic and Knuckles shoes, and I had them as a kid, and I love those shoes to death. I wore those shoes every fucking day because I was a huge Sonic fan. I actually thought they made me run faster, even though they probably didn't. But those shoes are so kick-ass. I kept them as long as I could until they were actually too small for my feet. I remember ordering another pair of them when my feet got bigger, and then I tried to get another pair for them, but after that they were discontinued, so I couldn't get them anymore. So that made me sad. And another thing I remember with my best friend Tony, around when Sonic Adventure 2 came out, this is funny because that shows how big of a Sonic fan I was when I was younger. They used to sell these riding shoes. You could actually, they say you could actually ride on poles, just like Sonic could do in Sonic Adventure 2. And I remember actually wanting those. Me and my best friend Tony both wanted those shoes, but we never got around to getting them because they were crazy expensive. I think they're $100 or something like that.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too hard to do.
But yeah,
that wouldn't be too hard to do.
What?
Yeah, they were official
it'd be
shoes.
weird to run around doing that, but that wouldn't be hard to do to put on a shoe.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually do it, but it's I got some Sonic shoes. I'm so happy about that. I can ride on rails, though I would never do it in real life. But anyway, that's my little piece on it.
So, I wanted the Heelys shoes as well. Of course, I don't know anyone that didn't want them. Come on. Even if you hit it somewhere deep inside yourself.
I wanted to try them out, and then it's my stance on it was I always felt that I would just never get how the Healy shit would work, and then I just fucking kick them out, and then they'd just be out, and I'd be like, how do I...
Yeah,
I just never had a swing with them. So I was always I'm not sure.
Yeah, that was my concern as well. Luckily, I got to try out a friend's Heelys, or Wheelies, or whatever the fuck they were called. And I fell over multiple times. I was like, fuck this. Glad I didn't get them. Just like I think most sensible people.
Yeah. My best friend Tony actually, he actually had those shoes back in 8th grade. No, 9th grade in high school. It was in high school. And those when they first came out, or at least that's the first time I ever seen them, because his actual shoe looked like a goddamn brick or something like that. It was so goddamn ugly, but hell, he could slide across that floor so super cool. And I was like, ooh, wow. So
yeah,
it was kind of dumb.
Like
did you ever get those Skechers shoes that like light up? I know everybody had those.
I did.
I had those.
I did. I had Skechers light up shoes.
Ah,
I love those shit.
That was awesome.
I might have had a pair, but it would have been really, really young. Might have been one of my brothers. I didn't care for them. It would have been, oh, hey, these are my shoes, but whatever.
I don't know if you guys had like those pump shoes when you guys were younger. I know definitely around my time when they
Pump
yeah, like
shoes?
you just like yeah, like there's like a little basketball on your tongue of your shoe. You just pump it a bunch of times. They're supposed to make you jump higher. They say you make you jump higher, but they don't make you shit.
I had those.
I remember. Yeah. I didn't know they were like still around in your time, but like yeah, I definitely had those when I was younger. I thought those were cool as well.
It's raffle, not auction.
But yeah.
Excuse me. Harold tweeted at me saying that it's a Sheep Ass Gamer raffle, not auction. Pardon me.
Yeah. Yeah, I should have caught that. My bad, Harold. Yeah, like I know my brother, like be with anime. I know that's what my brother was with shoes. He used to like all the Michael Jordan shoes. And I remember like he had like a whole closet full of just Michael Jordan shoes. Never wore them, but he had a collection of them, and that was his hobby. So he spent like $300 on like a pair of shoes. But hey, that was my brother. That was his hobby. So I thought, man, that's the dumbest thing ever. Let me go over here and watch my Yu Yu Hakusho for like 7th time ever. I don't know, but yeah.
Wow. With me, like shoes, like I always got what was cool, what I thought was cool. I remember I had, I didn't know how to tie my shoes until I was older than I should
Watching
have been.
SpongeBob.
Yeah, until I was watching SpongeBob. SpongeBob, luckily I learned it before then. But I had trouble because I guess I was just like a stupid kid. Big surprise. And I had Velcro shoes for way too long, and it got to the point where just people would make fun of me, and I would go home crying. So that was when I picked up the laced shoes, and then everybody had Vans. Just early high school, I'm like, well, I gotta get some Vans, gotta get some Chucks. They are the worst shoes in the world. I don't know if you've ever had.
Yeah, Vans
Chucks,
are terrible.
or Vans, or Chuck Vans, or whatever. They're fucking awful.
They
feel horrible. They're terrible for your back and your feet. They're garbage. They're quote skateboard shoes. I don't know why the fuck I wanted them.
yeah. If you skate, they're Vans not so much, but like if you want to skate, you'd get skate shoes, and like I did a lot of that.
Yeah.
So I always had like a pair of DCs or something.
Yeah, so then like when I realized, or when I got diagnosed with chronic fatigue, I also learned I had scoliosis, and I'm like, well, I have back problems, and I get back aches because of it, and I'm like, well, now it's a lifetime of boring shoes. So ever since then, it was about 5 years ago, I've been buying only shoes with arch support. Like right now I have some New Balance that are really plain looking. It's funny, when I was shopping for shoes, like I found some shoes that I liked how they looked, I liked how they felt, they just didn't have arch support. They would have killed my back after not too long. But yeah, I have some really plain gray New Balance shoes, but they have arch support and they're super comfortable. So I just don't care about how they look anymore. So it's just it's all about that arch support. It's always about that comfort. What about you, Scott?
I've always been about the comfort thing, although even though I have high arches, I never really gave a shit about that part. It was always it helped with it, but if the shoe was comfortable regardless, I'd pick it out. And like favorite pair of shoes is the ones I had 2-3 years ago. Got them for Christmas. They were the pure white ones. They were a little odd to look at first, but they were nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really is all about arch support as far as I'm concerned. Like it feels so nice on your back, and like if you
as far as dress shoes go,
yeah. Oh,
some of them get comfortable, but there's these ones that are like male high heels. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Yeah. Harold tweeted and said he had a similar experience to my Vans, except he had Airwalks.
Oh yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Look cool, but no comfort. So, yeah, man, it's all about the comfort. Not about where are you at now, Nabishin? With shoes.
Where am I at?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like what do you look for in shoes when you buy them now?
Oh, whatever. I'm like literally so careless about shoes that it's not even funny. My shoes been falling apart for like the last year or two, and I'm still wearing them. As long as I can wear them, as long as they're comfortable, that's all I care about. I really don't care about anything else.
Yeah, I usually hold on to my shoes for longer than I should. That's for sure.
I normally break it or somebody else breaks my shoes. I'd still be wearing that white pair if somebody else didn't break them. And yes, somebody else broke them, and that got me really upset.
Yeah.
Like my work shoes, they're completely like fucked up inside. I don't even wear them anymore because all the water damage I've done to my shoes. I had those shoes since I was maybe like 7 years, so it's been a while since I had those shoes.
Yeah.
And they're completely.
Yeah. When I worked in a restaurant, non-slip shoes are your best friend ever.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're like fucking magic, and it's awesome. Yeah, that's all I got.
That's pretty much it.
Yep.
Cool. Thank you for the question, option. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed episode 162 of Irrational Passions podcast. We will, of course, be back next week with more. But stay tuned to the site, stay tuned to the Twitter, stay tuned to the Twitch for all the updates in between. Thank you, Nabishin. Thank you, Scott, for being here to the very end. And thank you guys for listening. Thank you, Danny, of course, for your opening and closing music of The World is Saved and two-player co-op. Not necessarily in that order. Yeah, thanks so much for listening, guys. Really appreciate it. But until next week, play your games, stay rational. Talk to you guys very soon. Tittles.
Titles. Oh god. Unacceptable! IP on controllers. Let's get weird. Goldilocks and the Three Walruses. Or should it be Walrus Eye? I don't know what the plural
I like walruses.
Okay. Who gives a who? Daddy, why did you eat my fries? I forgot I said that there. Daddy, why did you eat my fries? Alex O'Neill versus the Internet 2, Carpetgate.
I was thinking...
You're lagging right now.
Okay, I thought it was me.
Okay.
What is going on over on his end?
Alex.
Yes, I'm still here. Just continue.
Okay, just repeat what you said. You totally lagged out for that whole sentence, whatever you just said.
I said I thought of the word carpet gate earlier this week, so that works out.
Oh, that's funny. I believe they are called Negroes. The black ones. Moon Bear King, Man Bear Pig.
The dark ones.
The dark ones.
Yeah. I think Evan put that down or something. Because it was all lowercase. I'm like, I had to fix that. I think we should cut Grand Theft Auto. Number 1, nothing. And PlayStation later.
Oh, it's gotta be this. Like, come on.
Sure.
Who wants to say what?
I want to do the
I'll
last
say
part.
the Grand Theft Auto part. Oh, okay, you can do it.
No, I do the last part.
Yeah, okay, I'll say
That
the
extra
number.
bit.
This is Irrational Passions Podcast, episode 162.
I think we should cut Grand Theft Auto.
Sorry, I missed my cue.
I didn't know what happened.
All right, that's it.
He'll condense it, don't worry.
Yeah,
It
we'll
was
make it.
better.
We'll make it work. All right, stop recording.
Hmm.
Let's get show. It's fun.
I enjoyed.
All right, as I do have a few obvious bits that we can cut to make it shorter, if you wanted to do that.
What?
Hide the magic.
Very first thing,